It has literally been that long since me and the boys have done a live stream. Good evening. That we've literally just logged on. Today, I think is lads will tell me. In fact, no, I've got a calendar here. Look on my thing. It's 12th. It's 12th of July, 2025. And obviously, we want some kind of reference of what's happening today before I get the boys on. So, through being English, we always take the piss out of we always get a really shitty summer. And when you're on social media and Facebook and Insta and all that sort of stuff, there's always them repetitive jokes that come up year after year after year. I think one of them's like a bit of a bar chart that says installing summer, and it's got the sort of thing that's going across this year. Just for point of reference, if you don't know already, but you will know, it's been absolutely scorchio, and I can't wait to get my guests on tonight to tell. We're just going to chew the fat. We're not actually anticipating any live people watching because it's that hot, right? It's that hot now. So that's one. Number two, I'm balls deep in Guinness and lager at the minute, and you can probably see it look on my face because I've swapped jobs. I've changed jobs. We have to talk about that, but also with this heat and with us, I mean, we're not modelling. We're barely surviving. Surviving. So with the heat, I've had a few beverages just to sort of like get it moved. So I'm half asleep already. It's been that long since we've done a stream. Me and James are co-hosts on this stream. I needed somebody that were ultra reliable to come on and help me, sort of like with the streams. But it couldn't quite be as bonny as me or as good at modelling. And James is I can see James in the green room pissing himself now. And that's why I chose James. It's not really, mate. It's not. So me and James have logged on and we're like, hey, up, mate, what's happened to all buttons here? Because there's been an update. There's been an update on StreamYard. So we've come up. This is first time we've been on in how long, James? 2 months? Nod or shit. Yeah, 2 months. So it's been at least 2 months since we've done a live stream. So we're all like, we go on half an hour early. We're kicking off at 7:00. I says we'll come on at about 6:30 and we'll have a chat. And we've logged on. And we're like, what's going off here? What's all these buttons across the bottom? So it's obviously it's funny for us. It's funny for us. If you're watching, what on earth are you doing? It's 110 degrees outside. You should be outside. We're a can of cold lager. Oh, bless you. I tell you what, let's get the boys on. Let's get James on. James.
Good evening, Gav.
All right, Cocker.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, Scotchio. Mate, the shed inside, we've got the fan on, and it's 26 degrees. I've got the doors wide open. I'm sat in the insulated shed, which is meant to be cooler. It must be about fucking 35 degrees in here. I'm like, it's so hot.
I'm crying.
It's lovely, mate. It is. It's really nice. No modelling. I think the plastic's melted. It's just been one of them days. It's nice. It is nice. Like I emphasised that earlier. What you said earlier. It is. It's nice to be able to say we're having a summer.
Well, it is nice. It is nice.
But bring back a fucking rain.
Yeah, mate. Adi Price up in Sweden. What is the weather like stateside?
How you doing, mate? It's fucking hot. Every time you bastards moan about the heat, I think to myself, well, that's what I'm fucking getting tomorrow. So, and it's just been absolutely ridiculous. It's been yesterday was just over 30, and today it's about 28. Now it's not too bad. It's about about 24, 25, but it's still no modelling. It's just ridiculous. Tried doing some airbrushing yesterday. It was like firing gravel at a window. It was dry before it hit the plastic.
Yeah, mate. And we've also got Andy on now. I do want to keep saying Andy from New Zealand. And do you know what? Obviously, that's how we know Andy. Andy Taylor, ex-drummer from Duran Duran. That's how we know Andy. Andy from New Zealand. However, of course, my last couple of live streams did say that Andy had moved back from New Zealand to the UK. However, now, Andy, there's been another update. Please tell.
There has indeed. So, moved back from New Zealand in January, moved to the Northeast. And after a period of searching for a job, just my luck, I ended up with a job at the furthest end of the country and couldn't get any further.
Where are you going?
Isle of Wight.
Jesus Christ.
Sudlaw. Sudlaw is what that is.
So it's Tyneside. It's higher than Tyneside that you've been.
Higher than Tyneside, yeah.
Higher than Tyneside. Literally bordering. In fact, what it in Scotland, Andy, that you are, or what it just in England?
It's just in England. Probably about maybe three quarters of an hour drive, and then you're at the border.
Yeah.
Are you up around the Berwick? Are you up around the Berwick area then? That's a
little bit south of Berwick. Probably only about half an hour drive from Berwick. Yeah, little place called Amble, just on the coast.
What I would normally do now is I would talk about the club. However, and I am going to do that, but I mean, we have got things to catch up on. I've normally got the book, haven't I, lads? I've normally got the book that says who's been and who hasn't. Now, the reason that I haven't got the book anymore is because I've got a new job.
Hang on a minute, Mark. When you say job, can I do that?
Yeah. Well, you can. You can. I am now specialist consultant with the trust on all things movable and static.
Nice way of putting it.
And the most static thing about that job is me. So, but I have had to conform. I work for NHS. So I've come out, I was in retail for like 25 years. Then I went into distribution, and I've done that for about 10 or 12 years. And then I wanted a complete change. I had this is the story because this is how I tell it. I had a massive car crash in 2017. The NHS boys and girls fixed me up proper. And even though I still ache like an absolute bastard, I've got those people right from the lasses that were coming round making me mum and dad cups of tea to make sure that they were looked after, and myself, right through to the surgeons, the paramedics, the ambulance crew, absolutely everybody. And I kind of knew coming out of that, recovering that for me, I'd love to be able to work for NHS. And it's taken me 8 years to finally get the courage together to leave the previous job. And now I'm a porter at the hospital, my local hospital. It's absolutely brilliant. I love it to death. The lads that I work with are superb. The only problem is that it shifts, and the lads are recognising that. I'm over 3 shifts, days, afters and nights. And we just haven't been able to get together, lads. Have you missed me?
Yeah, like a hole in the head.
Yeah.
You're unbelievable. And then obviously,
of course we've missed you.
Of course we've missed you. And then with Andy,
absolutely.
With Andy moving from New Zealand across to the UK. Andy, let's. So normally I would talk about the club register and what we've done, but because I haven't been able to get to club as often, I've not been able to do it. Andy, however, has been to Sesco Club. Andy, fill us in. Tell us your story. What you like?
Oh, it was terrible. I took one look at you and thought I'd better turn around. Far from it. Far
Go
from
on.
it. So, yeah, I made the pledge to Mark. I said, one day I am going to get to the club, come hell or high water. And so I attended the first one, and it was kind of a bit odd entering the building. I see Mark on the corner. He's busy doing something. Everyone else is all doing something. I thought, well, I'll leave Mark to it because he's obviously busy. He's taking numbers and prisoners and all that sort of thing. So left him alone. Said, "Stuff you, mate," and just went and spoke to everybody else and got a lot out of it by doing that. Spoke to everyone in the club. Just went around seeing what you're doing, what you're working on. Looked at everything that was on offer from. He's got a rep there from one of the local hobby clubs, and had a look at what he was peddling, and got on really well with the group. And so much so, I went back again, and just as equally as hospitable. Absolutely no problem. Mark looked like he was on. Well, don't know what he was on, but he just finished a night shift and looked like he was about ready to fall over. But he made the effort. He's like, "This is my club. I'm still obliged to show up," and he did. And then promptly said, "Right, I'm off to go to bed." So, but overall, the club is got to. I mean, I've only been involved with one other club before, but Sesco really does, punch above its weight in terms of what they do for the community. Mark's totally at the heart of that. He peddles it all, and but everyone equally does a share to make it all happen. And I'm almost sort of torn to sort of having to move away now because if I was staying, I'd totally be going back every meeting. But it's not to say it's not going to happen again in the future. I'll definitely try and make an effort to come back. But the club is outstanding, and so are the distance members as well. We all chime in here and keep in touch. So totally amazing.
I come to wish for a better description, Andy. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Do you know what it is? It's funny. It's funny. Lads are absolutely sound. It was. I know that you obviously promised to get down, and you're right. So when I'm sat in corner, I'm usually taking bulk or taking everybody's money off them. Look at Graham there. But yeah, it's been great to have you down. The reason being as well, obviously, is how far, Andy, was it one way from where you were staying to the club?
It was about a 2.5 hour drive. Wasn't much more than
miles.
that.
What's that in miles?
In miles? Oh, I couldn't tell you. I just hit the road and go, and don't really keep track of the miles. But I can tell you. I'm sure you know. Yeah.
Yeah. So for me to go and get Charlie from Durham University, that's 110 mile, and I think you said you got another 100 mile on top.
I'd say that's probably about right. Yeah.
So for a fella to drive, right? This is get your head around this. So for a fella to drive 200 mile to come to sit and chat with some lads for 4 hours to then drive 200 plus miles back is an absolutely outstanding achievement. It's absolutely it's mental, but it's absolutely superb. As long as you enjoyed it, mate.
Oh, it was absolutely worth it. And I said whenever I was moving back, I was going to make it happen no matter what. And that whilst we're live streaming here, and it might seem that we're putting on a show here, genuinely every word I say about the club and yourself, Mark, and the guys on here, Aidan, James, it's totally worth it. I've never felt more comfortable involved with a group than this. So, you know, I hope to make it happen again soon. I'll still be in contact with you guys even when I move away. Hope to, you know, be on here again.
Very much so.
Yeah, good. Yeah.
Very much so, mate. Very much so. The reason that so we were in two minds whether to live stream or not tonight, simply because I messaged the lads earlier and said, listen, you know, 110 degrees outside. Is anybody even going to be watching? And we decided that what we'd do is we'd just log on and have a chat between us and have a catch up.
Yeah.
You know, see how long it goes, and then we've done as big.
No,
what I want to do is now.
Yet, mate.
Not yeah, probably not, mate.
No.
What I want to do is I want to jog your memories, right? Because if I show you stuff like this, you can say, "Oh, we've already had that, Mark."
No, we haven't had that, Mark.
We haven't had that, have we?
No, we haven't. No, keep going.
So that was 4th of June. That was 4th of June, right? Did we have Tomcat?
No. I think you were building, weren't you? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did have the Tomcat because you posted a tube video up, didn't you? After, hang on, I'll have to get the tube up. Hang on a minute.
So, but obviously, if we didn't have, I thought we'd have this on, but obviously, if we haven't, James, that's yours, isn't it?
Yeah, that's mine, mate. Hang on.
Go on, talk us through that. What's that?
That's the E100. I was just finishing that one off for the club competition. Came third overall, which I was quite happy with. This is the hang on a sec, mate. Hang on. Right, I'm just back into home subscriptions. There you go, Mark Andrews. Yeah, this was pictures are kindly by you. You did me a lovely big favour for that, mate. That was posted on Facebook and a few other places as well. Yeah, as I was saying, that was for my club competition. So, as you probably well know, I'm sort of going for the overall shield for the year. Literally put in anything and everything I can. So the last few weeks I'm falling a little bit behind. I've still got another one. I've still got the Puma up here. Put in the 251. I think. Hang on, to show you that one. That's the 251 I put in. That was the last.
Hold it. Wait there.
Yeah, that was the 251 I put in on the last club comp, which was last Monday, and that was joint first. That comes joint first. So I was pleased as punch with that.
Lovely.
But yeah, it's just points towards the trophy, and then next year it's just going to be I'll build what I build next year. There'll be big ones and long ones.
Big ones and long ones. Aidy, what were you holding up then?
No, I was just getting prepping for showing what I'm working on. That's all.
Go on, what are you working on?
Well, I've got 2 projects on the go at the moment, and obviously, I've started this the Tamiya F16.
Yes.
Lovely kit, absolutely brilliant. My paint supplier sent me the wrong paints. I reordered them. He said you can keep the other ones, but just reorder the ones you want. And he sent me the same ones again. So I got the wrong.
Joking.
So I contacted him again, and he just sent me an email saying sorry, really, really sorry. I'll make sure you get the right ones this time. So I'm still waiting for that. So I started. I don't know, you probably guess.
Yes, of course.
Stuka.
Yeah. So I've this is about as far as I got. I've black based the wings and what have you, and I've got the cockpit and everything done. Well, no, I haven't got the cockpit done. It's all ready for. I'm waiting for a Quinta cockpit set, which has now turned up. I've got a thing through the post yesterday saying that I've got to go and pick this parcel up from Poland, but
you've got to pick it up from Poland.
You
no, not that far.
What?
No, I haven't got to go to Poland. You
That's what you just said. You
I've
said you've got to pick it up from
I've got to
Poland.
pick a parcel up at the post office from Poland.
No, you didn't say parcel.
No, you didn't say that.
Sorry.
You said Poland, mate.
You said I've got to pick
right.
a parcel.
I'm off down to Poland tomorrow to pick it up.
And he's gone.
No, it's just like I say, I've got to.
He's fallen over.
I've got to pick it up, but I can't get down there myself, obviously, because of my health reasons. So I've got to wait for my lads away for the weekend. So I've got to wait until he comes back tomorrow evening to hopefully can pick it up for me Monday.
Okay. Right. I thought I'd talked about this one.
No, I don't think he did, mate. The last. I'm just having a. Hang on. That was Andy with
anyway, so while you're investigating, this is so Davey House down at club. He asked me if I would hold him his 1 in 32 trumpy Tomcat, and I said, yeah, of course I will, mate. So just quick flick through these. The decal pack were an absolute nightmare. The salting on this and literally every other weathering element that you can think of. It's currently sat up there waiting for Dave to take delivery because, like I said, because I've been working, I just have not had time. I do like that wavy line across there. That looks...
yeah, that's nice.
It's nice, mate.
A really nice livery, actually. I really like this. It's nice.
Yeah, puking dogs, mate. Absolutely brilliant.
It's nice, really nice.
Just because obviously Dave Housecroft has it is Dave's kit. There's a little montage there right in the middle of your screen, just behind that pilot there. It says I've put the initials D and H for Dave Housecroft. There it is. Look, you should be able to see that.
Yeah,
it's nice, mate.
Just a little touch, just so that Dave can see what I've done for him. But yeah, that was that. Then we got, what else have we got? Shawnee SGS selling some of his stuff. Who's that? Zone 5 Aviation. Andy,
Andy.
Tell us about.
I wouldn't know who that is.
You came to the club and I said, are you going to actually come down and sit and do it? And you were like, yeah. So what did you end up doing?
So after seeing a couple of your members who are grossly into was it called Warhammer? Yeah, that stuff. I thought, given that I've got nothing else to do because all my stuff's still packed away in a container, I thought I'll give that a go. And so I picked up that Warhammer 40,000 set with the paints, and actually enjoyed every minute of it. And
cool.
took it to the club, and they seem to like it. So, well, I've done something right.
Cool.
Sound, mate. Sound as a pound. Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it is nice to come and just sit with lads. Of course, it is. But obviously, on the other hand, it's nice to come and do a little bit. I think we've actually got another new member starting very, very shortly. Very, very shortly with us, and I shall get up to that in a minute. So, there we go. Look at this. Let me just. I'll share this one with you. And this is basically this is me saying. I guess after 7.5 years of not working weekends, has been a luxury for me, giving me time to do stuff and run the club. But unfortunately, the time has come where I've had to put my front front line call of service requirements first with a winky face. I want to say a massive thank you to Ian for taking the spare set of keys and setting up, grabbing the milk and making sure club is accessible to all when I'm not around. And to Rue, Andy Norfolk, taking ownership of the book, etc., etc. I popped up this morning for an hour after my night shift, so that is when I saw you there, and
Yep.
And to see the team, but unfortunately I won't make next week. Listen, when you do the night shift and finish at 6 a.m., then to go to a club that starts at 9 a.m., it's really tiring, that 3 hours, because it only takes me 5 minutes to get to work now. So it's really tiring. Is that young Andy Hart up that's doing all? Because I didn't take these photos.
Yeah, that's Andy Hart. Yeah. That's the Type 23, I think it is, isn't it? The Type 23 he's working on.
Yeah, he was working on the gun turrets or something at the time.
That Foxy Photo X, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, you can
right,
see.
Yeah, there it is.
There's Andy. There's Andy. The club has been so quiet. Me and the admin, we had a chat yesterday about the club being so quiet. And at the end of the day, it's just because, like I said at the top of the show, everybody's taking advantage of this hot weather.
I mean, you got to think that summertime is when this hobby sort of like takes a dive, if you know what I mean.
And
then you get to sort of like end of August, then it all picks up again because everybody's sort of like, you know, the nights are drawing in, and everybody's sort of like back in the sheds, if you know what I mean, or back at the bench.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to worry about.
No. Personally, so the bench that I'm sat at, I'll share that picture with you. So you can see it's an old dining table. The white thing there in the middle is a glue spill. So that just goes to show you what Tamiya Extra Thin does to a vinyl wrap.
A glue spill.
A glue spill, yes, lid on. And then every now what I will do every now and again is I'll nip to the shop and buy a new roll of that stuff. It's just sticky back in a roll from B&M and stick it on, and there you go. That's the new look that I'm currently sat on from that.
Yeah.
How are you getting on with that? How are you getting on with that covering? Because when I first saw that, I thought he ain't gonna. If he drops something, he ain't never gonna fucking find it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've just found an old 50p piece.
Misplaced scalpel.
An old 50p piece. I'll tell you what, if you dropped a 50p piece, you fucking hit you on the back of the head, you'd be down to pick it up so fast.
Yeah,
probably knock him out.
I've not really, because I've been doing the Subaru, haven't I? So it's been easy, but it just looks absolutely glorious. It looks gorgeous.
Right, quick catch up on where we were the last time, Mark. Aid had just finished the 109, and he had posted picks up. So that's how long.
Gone back a bit.
Jesus Christ! I built 2 tanks and 2 aircraft since then.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, you built what was it? The Merkava and the Centurion, wasn't it?
No, but that's right.
Nice Lancaster.
Yeah, nice Lanc. Nice detail. He's probably got the.
Well, what whose is that?
Looks like he's got the
big head. No, it's not Clem's.
No. Come on.
Go, Crystal Mike.
There you go.
Lid. Yeah, lid.
Lid.
Yeah.
What scale's that?
48. 32nd though in lid. 48th.
I think so.
He's doing a Tamiya one.
I would have thought that was 32nd, but there you go.
Yeah. Hi, Graham. What's this I'm doing here?
Okay. No.
Just stuff that I find that you can see whizzing around now. That's actually the air raid from World War II. I don't know if I can put the sound on. You know. Can you hear the sound?
Yeah.
I would definitely do if you stood right next to that.
I'll tell you what, that.
I'll tell you what, right? I'll tell you what. That sound ought to be played to every fucking school kid that's learning about World War II.
Yeah.
As soon as you get into that history class, and obviously they talk about all kinds of, but as soon as they hit World War II, that teacher should sit right, boys and girls, sit down and just press play on that.
I'll tell you what, that puts the fear. Every time I hear that, puts the fear of God into me. God knows what it was. God knows what it was like actually being there in the day and listening to that.
Yeah.
Right, you weren't like living down here in Plymouth, boy.
Why?
No.
That one of them goes off 11:30 every Monday.
Why is that, James?
We've got a
nuclear warning.
What, yeah, we've got a similar thing
now.
The first Monday.
Yeah, even now, mate. Nuclear warning for the dockyard.
It goes
we've
now.
Got one,
11:30 every single Monday. They test, and they got one of them running. Yeah.
We used to hear it in New Zealand. There's tsunami warning sirens. Very similar.
And we've got a nuclear warning. It goes off 3 o'clock on the first Monday of every month. It's not the same as that, but it's like a massive. Well, you've got these massive towers with these like horns on them.
Yeah.
And if it goes more than 3 pulses on these horns, it means that this is not a drill. This is the real thing.
Wow!
So they do 3 pulses 6 times every the first Monday in every month.
Saying that, I don't want to sound like I'm taking piss, but if it would be so ironic if it were on a fucking 3 o'clock on a Monday that they did more than 3, and then people would say, "What were that for?"
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But I mean, over here,
I wouldn't know anything about it anyway.
When it was really strange when I became a Swedish citizen a good few years back now.
I'm glad you said citizen then, not a chef.
Yeah, Swedish chef.
Do
you know what they obviously send you a certificate, and I got a new passport and whatever. Yeah, but then they also send you dog tags.
Yeah.
So I got a set of dog tags to if it goes more than 4, it says you in this booklet, if it goes more than 4 seconds, you've got to put the dog tags on so they can identify the bodies.
Well, you won't be able to anyway because you'd be melted.
Yeah,
I was going to say, well, if I'm vaporised, it'd just be a set of dog tags with a shadow.
Yeah,
I was going to say, obviously they're not saying to keep your eyes, put these dog tags on and go and run up that fucking hill with this rifle.
Fuck off! What? With me stroller?
Yeah, with your stroller.
Yeah, mate.
Hey, all right, going downhill, mate.
I'll just give Mark a shout. He'll be fucking 1 step behind me.
I'll tell you what. If there is a nuclear war, I think both me and James, because James, obviously the dockyards. That's the big bang and bye bye. And then I've got the biggest Swedish Air Force base in Sweden, about 25-30 minutes up the road from me. So that'll probably give me enough time to put my head between legs and kiss my ass goodbye.
Yeah.
This went dark real quick, didn't it?
Yeah. Let's move on. Yeah, Dougie Tucker entered the competition, White Rose, and got the Figure World North. Congratulations on your bronze award. Well done, Doug.
Yeah, well done, Doug.
Nicely done, Doug.
Do you know what? He hasn't half changed, that lad. When he first came to the club, it was all about his World War II birds and his Warhawks and all that sort of stuff, but he hasn't half changed. There you go, look.
No, so I mean, I love all this sort of stuff, but never done it myself.
No.
Always fancied a go.
No, it doesn't appeal to me, mate.
Didn't you get a load of Warhammer stuff to give out at the club, Mark?
It's there. Yes, it's there, mate. But because I've not been.
Yeah.
Not been, have I?
No, it's not.
Not been. Andy Hartup had a little bit of compressor problem, but sorted that out. Graham had that flying over, but that was that. Lee, first model in 25 years, doing a bit of work there.
Yeah. 24.
Let's have a look here. I sometimes post the odd random thing on from my socials, just because I think, lads might like to see this. Jeannie asking if anybody wants cake. That's like saying, does anybody like breathing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anybody not like breathing? So let's flick through these. Old school Mark Bradford in his original 8-year-old original polo.
Christ, he's tighter than you.
I know. We've got our Sean. That's Sean from SGS Models. So when you guys are pinging SGS Model Store online, that's the fella behind it.
That's Sean Senior.
That's our Clem, that's Mr. Chris. Sean Senior, yes. Sean Junior, not in the picture there. Boom. Andy Hartup with the lads again at the back of him. I don't think that this was one of the clubs that I came to. I must have been working. That's our Dale. Can you believe? I think I've said this before. Was he a para?
Yeah, that's Para Dave. He's still working on his C-130 by the look of it.
Got the T-shirt on there, look, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
That's Dale.
Right,
Dale the para.
Right, we've got a comment up here, Mark, but I can't.
Oh, what the bleeding hell!
I can't remember. It's Pete. It's my mate Pete from Salt Ash. And I can't get it. I can't. Normally, you click it and it pops up on the screen. So that's they've done away with that now. So he's just said, "Evening all. Just about to have dinner. I'll catch up directly. See you in a minute, Pete."
No drama. Plenty to go through. Big Trev, Andy White, and Martin. Obviously, all filling the boats there. Who have I lost? Have I lost somebody?
James.
I have lost James Hunter. He'll be back in a minute.
He probably pressed the wrong button again.
He does. He presses the wrong button all the time. He's nodding low.
Yeah, knob.
Yes. So that's the boys.
I'm not going to disagree.
That was on 21st. Bridges doing his bench. Now then, so we saw Lids Lank earlier, didn't we?
Yeah.
So it's not
148.
It's Hong Kong Models 1 in 48, Lancashire Dambus. Shall we have a look at it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, very nice.
He's got the
exhaust right
as well.
Yeah, he has got the exhaust mark right.
Which I
How
didn't
many,
on mine.
how many of
but
those
yeah.
do you always often see and they're just overdone?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I've got mine subtle on mine, but I did it on all 4 engines, both sides, and it's wrong. It's the
wrong,
outboard
yeah.
engines don't have it.
They only have one. They don't have two.
So I did mine wrong as well.
Correct,
But I mean,
correct. That's the Dam Buster one, look.
yeah, with the bouncing bomb. That's the one I did, but I did the Tamiya kit.
Yeah, I think Mark, you did the Tamiya kit, didn't you? Not the Dam
I
Buster.
did love, yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on.
It's a nice kit, the Tamiya one, but it's the only thing I would say, the front turret's a bit of a pain in the ass to get in.
Old, mate.
Yeah.
Now then, what's Graham on about here? Spirit of Discovery in Falmouth Dry Dock. Get it? Oh, so this is real life. This is real life.
Scale 1 to 1.
So Graham's taking some pictures of this ship. Graham, that's in dry dock, that's getting masked off, ready for a proper paint job. Bless him.
Do you think Edward does a paint mask set?
Yeah, can you get a mask set for it?
Happy days.
Jeez.
Cheers for that, mate.
We got another one from Mitchell Samuels. Where's Mitchell from? Canada, isn't it?
I think so, if I remember rightly.
I think so.
Yeah. It's only 80 degrees Fahrenheit, 27 degrees C over here. Refreshing change.
Wow.
That's still 7 degrees too hot.
Go up a bit, Mark. Go down a bit, Mark. Sorry. Down. Down. Got one there. That one.
Yeah,
oh, up.
Oh.
Next one up.
The Heinkel.
Yeah, the Heinkel. What scale's that in? I can't
Order
see.
Henkel.
That's the 135th,
That's the 35th, isn't it? Yeah, that's the 35th.
That's the new one that's come out.
Yeah.
Is that no good for you, boys?
Yeah, that's about my size, mate.
Yeah, that's by the looks of the pictures, it looks like a fantastic kit.
Yeah, look, going by the drawings as well that's been put out.
The CAD images look fantastic.
Yeah.
But
now then, I've just noticed Andy Norfolk.
Yeah, that's
nice
and clean.
When you're out of the house dog sitting and your wife cleans and tidies your workspace, thank you very much.
Yeah, that won't happen in this household, mate.
What I wanted to focus on was how many chuffing airbrushes do you have? How many airbrushes does lad want?
He buys stuff off of Temu, doesn't he? So he's probably got they're all finger bangers, I would have thought.
No, I think the second one in is the Infinity, isn't it? By the look of it.
Does he use Arc? I did.
Yeah,
he might. But I know he's got a couple of fingers.
Yeah, I've got a couple of fingers.
Yeah, I have as well. Brilliant airbrushes.
Still got a couple of fingers. New one in the box I haven't used yet.
I've got a couple of fingers.
Yeah, I've got a couple of fingers as well, Mark.
Yeah. You got some fat fingers, mate.
Yeah.
Oh,
wouldn't like one up your bottom.
New England.
So,
Mitchell's from New England.
All right. Yeah, cool. Right.
Just across the border.
So we did have a little bit of a gill with Andy Norfolk. So because I'd given let me get rid of that. Because I'd given the book to Rue, down at the club, I've said it before, we play a bonus ball game and we use the bonus ball drawn from the last national lottery of the month. So we charge £2 a ball. There's 59 numbers. The majority of people buy a ball or two. 80% of the total pot. So there's 59 numbers times £2, £118. 80% of that, I think it works out at roughly 80 odd quid. So the winner would get 80 odd quid and the club would take the rest, 80-20. I've given the book with the bonus ball sheet in to Rue to look after. He looks after it, pops on one morning and says, "I'm so embarrassed, but I've won the bonus ball." And I just thought, no, you haven't. Thought you haven't. So I have. Anyway, I messaged him and said, we aren't even checking because I knew the mistake he'd made. I said, you haven't won. What do you mean? I said, there's 5 Saturdays this month, and you've used the first Saturday from this month. Oh, bloody hell, I'll go and check. And I were right, he'd not won. Trevor'd won it. Which is saying there, says, right, so because it's 80% to the winner and 20% to the club, for that month, all the balls didn't sell. There were only 36 balls sold, which is £72. So Rue messaged Trev and went, "Well done, mate, you've won £72." And he put it onto the Facebook page. So I immediately messaged Rue again and went, "He hasn't won £72." He has. No, he hasn't.
He's won 80% of £72.
Which is 57. Yeah. So, yeah. You had to be there, but funny. Bill celebrating his 89th birthday.
You're not sharing it on the screen at the moment?
No.
Am I not?
No.
Bill celebrating his 89th there. Look at that.
Nice.
Okay. Yeah, and that picture is Bill. He's handing over the £2,000 there that we raised for the local air cadets a couple of years since. That's what our Bill's doing there. We've got a new starter coming, which is Phil, and he's catching a big jaws there.
That's a big carp.
That's a nice carp.
Phil is coming on Saturday, a week today, and then I'll show you this. You might be interested. I'm not sure. You might be, you might not be. So, again, every year we raise money for a charity. We've done Candlelighters, which is a children's cancer charity. We've done Models for Heroes. We've done the local food bank. We've done cancer research. We've done all sorts of stuff. This year we're doing the Stroke Association. Think Fast, F-A-S-T. F is face. A is arms. S is smile, I think.
Slur. And that's
Slur.
Speech.
Speech. And T is time.
Son. Yeah, I've got him over here, look.
Going to set a Just Giving page up. I will do that tomorrow. So the Stroke Association with the NHS through Just Giving, our Phoenix is there. Sesco and Emsworth Community Scale Model Club Charity 2025, Saturday, 2nd of August, including raffle and auction. We're having a barbecue on the same day, and you can see there we've got a new Airfix Vulcan and a new harder airbrush. Kindly donated by Paul, who's a distance member. We're having it in Upton Village Hall. Come along to the Summer Barbecue, Saturday, 2nd of August 2025. Burgers and bangers for all. Extended club day to 9 a.m. while 9 p.m.
Cool.
All the usual club day from the off from 9 o'clock. But then with a chill vibe in the afternoon when Rue gets the barbecue out and fires it up. All money raised. We'll be heading to the Trust's stroke unit to help ordinary people affected by this life-changing condition. And our target this year is £500. Donate through Just Giving, the raffle and the auction. So at the moment, the Vulcan is we're doing that on a raffle ticket. So anybody watching, so add a comment on here saying, "I'll have some raffle tickets. I'll send you the PayPal address. You pay the PayPal address. I pass that on to Ange, who looks after our money. We'll rip some raffle tickets out of the book for you and then put them in with the rest of them. So you've got a good chance of winning that. And then the other one, the airbrush, I think we're going to try and do a live auction on the day. So because we are on while 9 p.m, what I will do is through the day, the boat that airbrush will be there for the lads to look at, and then maybe round about, I don't know, 6, 7 o'clock. Right, let's open the auction. Let's open the bidding. The highest bid at the moment is, for example, off Rue's bid says £60, and then if I open it up on here, albeit it will be on my phone, and we'll just watch the bids come in. Anybody that wants to bid on it, even if it's up in £1, £2 increments, but we'll obviously, and then whoever wins it gets it. What we would say is that whoever has won it, if it is a distance member, just throw an extra £2 or £3 in for posters and packaging. For simple reason being, every penny that we raise is for the Stroke Association.
Yeah.
The reason why cheers, mate. The reason why the target is a very subtle £500 this year is because the place that I used to work, let me get rid of that. The place that I used to work used to double up on whatever we'd raised as a club. And because I don't work there anymore, obviously we've no double up. So we're just going for £500.
Yeah.
Still a fair amount.
Well, fingers crossed. Fingers
Every
crossed.
little helps. Every little helps.
Very much so. James looks like he celebrates. So James from Penzance area celebrates his 71st-ish, somewhere around the sort of yesterday, today, and possibly tomorrow kind of area. So please wish him well on his fantastic achievement, a real milestone, and got more years behind him than he has in front of him. So they all
you
really
can't see it. You come off the page again.
Yeah. Have I come off my page again? So
there you go. Yeah.
There you go. So is it 71? What's
83, mate?
83.
I don't look bad, do I? Don't look bad for 83.
Not bad for 83, mate.
I was just going to say, if you're 83, you've led a fucking hard life.
Mate.
Cheers, Dad. That's nice.
No res kits. Bringing
that
all the
looks
bits.
a nice set.
Yeah, that does look a nice set.
You want one of those.
Expensive though.
Does it? Do you need it though? That's the thing. Because that
Paul Radcliffe would want it.
Lovely, isn't it? Rathers, yeah, he probably would. Mate, that's really nice, isn't it? Look at
it is nice, but I mean, I've bought res kit stuff before, and it's fantastic, but it's expensive, really expensive.
Worth it though, if you can afford it.
Yeah.
I bought a set of res kit wheels for my 132nd Tomcat, and that was about just over £50, just for the wheels, just for the undercarriage set. It was worth it because they were fantastic. But...
Yeah, he's Soundo love.
I'm just going to show you them. So our Jean that's married to Roe, she made 3, 6, 9, 9, 18, 27, 36 individual cakes for us lot down at club with one arm because she's got her other arm in pot.
What's she done to herself?
I think she had an operation. Microphone, speaker type affair. That's Dougie's young and not gonna whose is that? Don't know.
Jap, innit? Jap. Yeah, it
I
looks
don't
like
know.
one of them type 87 Jap things.
Why have they taken a picture of somebody's? That's Trev.
That's the back of Trev, that is, yeah.
Yeah, showing our ball. It's Andy Norfolk that took pictures because I weren't there. That's Dougie showing off his empty cake case.
Yeah.
Asking, can I have
and
another?
Tucking in. Yeah. Well, actually, that was quite funny because I think I took about 7 to work with me, and everybody was saying, "Oh, diet's going to have to Windermark and blah blah blah." But I'd actually taken them for worse. The nurses up on a ward called Wicklow, which basically looks after the really, really fragile and elderly people. And took them up for nurses there, and they were very, "Oh, Mark, you're a star, thank you very much." So, not from me, from Jean. Loads of little bits of work there. Andy, that one I made the banner. Mr. Chris looking smug as fuck, I've got to say.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Hang on a minute.
I'll tell you
hang
what.
on.
Go on.
There's
Go
a
on.
picture of you, mate, sat there with your little sort of like page 5 pose in one of them, supping on your or eating your
Yes,
granola.
we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that. But no. Listen, because obviously, because we're all adults, aren't we? So that caption that, you know, when you say caption that, it's Paul. That's a lad called Paul. So Paul's saying there. Paul's just saying to Chris, "I've just won £650 on lottery. What do you think to that?" And Chris has looked at him saying, "I've got a 10.5-inch cock." Look at this, like that.
Oh dear, oh
you
dear,
can win
oh
all,
dear.
You can win all the money you want.
Into this. See, this is what happens when we don't talk, mate. This is what happens when we don't talk.
Mate.
And you hit the
Guinness. This is what happens when he's been. This is what happens when he's been on the Guinness. That's what happens.
I know, mate. I'm going wrong way now. Look.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
Jeannie.
Good evening, Mark.
So, I don't
Mr.
know.
Bridge is on.
Hey up, Bobby. All right, cocker. So, right now, we're all right, mate. Cheers, Marky Mark. So some of the lads went and did a show on our behalf.
Oh,
I couldn't go because I was working. Rue was supposed to go. I know Rue was supposed to go because he were going, but then he had literally a last minute job that involved family, so he couldn't go. So in the end, it was Ian, Clem, and Mark Liddell that went and did us proud. So there were only them two displaying, but I'll pop through, look, because there's a lot of big stuff.
Yeah. SR71. Is that the SR71 or is that the other one?
No, it's the 71.
Yeah.
That's 71 there, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout them out if you know what they are.
Is that a C120? The transport. What?
A400.
400. Yeah.
400.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Then you got the truck up the top, and it looks like a little Fox armored car there, isn't it?
That's the main D9.
That's the D9, yeah. Is that the Fox armored car there?
No idea what that
that's
is.
The Airfix one, that is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
I like the little stand that it's on.
And it called a dingo or something.
Nice bit of folded plastic, that. Make a stand. That's a good idea.
26
what we got?
Invader, Lightning, F-35. The
base 1999
one, yeah,
whatever it was
and
called.
the car.
And the CH-54.
Yeah, that's Clem's, isn't it?
That's the ICM kit.
Yeah, that's Clem's, isn't it?
Yes, sorry, yes, it is.
F-15 on the end there.
Yeah, 15. I was going to say the next one on from that's the Hustler. Look at that. That's a beautiful kit.
Which one?
The Hustler.
Hustler. next to the
That
F15.
That one,
Yeah.
yeah. That's lids,
about-
that is, isn't it?
Yeah, that's nice.
That's lids as well.
Yeah,
F15.
yeah. Then we've got lids spit.
Spit.
And
Whirlwind.
Whirlwind.
Whirlwind,
Yeah,
yeah.
Whirlwind.
Lank.
Lank,
D9
Lank,
on the end there.
Lank.
yeah.
That's a D9 on the end there, I think, isn't it?
Some kind of road bridge lane thing here.
Yeah. Yeah, Paul would have told you what that was, unless AD knows. Or,
There's so many different versions. Is that the Centurion one?
I think that's a leopard, isn't it?
No, is it?
Yeah.
Fair play. That's
I
a
can't
good
really
one
see
after
it.
a last minute show.
Bridgie might know. And that was it, really. But my absolute admiration and thanks to the lads that went and did that, because I was at work, so there was no way I could have done it. What else have we got? We've got some more pictures from the Skipton show. Blow it up.
Yeah.
Terminator.
Mitchell's just commented, beautiful model planes all look like award winners. I'll tell you what, it's going to be really hard at Christmas. It's going to be really hard at Christmas when it comes to marking those.
Yeah.
With your competition.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
What?
Yeah, that's from what's he calling it?
That
Fifth Element.
The Fifth Element. Yeah.
Fifth Element.
Yeah.
You want to have a look at it?
Yeah, it's beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, I could quite fancy doing one of them actually.
Yeah, it's all lit up as well. Look.
Yeah, really nice. Well smart.
Well smart. More. We've got more. All set up and ready, says Clem. Let's have another look. Did as well, proud them two lads, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's his D9R.
That's the D9, yeah.
What is that? Is it a ferret or something? That
ferret. It's a ferret.
Is it a ferret? Because there's one called a ferret and one called a dingo or something.
Yeah, no, dingo's completely different from that.
Andy Norfolk on the chat.
Andy, hi all from Whitby. Can't follow too well. Wi-Fi is piss poor. Ruined Gene. Have a good one, Andy.
All the best, Ruined Gene. Have a good one, mate.
Yes. All the best.
Have a good one, mate. Yeah, that's some kit, that is, isn't it? That's 400. I think it's a bit of a bugger to put together as well, isn't it?
Me and Lid have built it. It's not easy. It's a shell within a shell, James, and
yeah,
it's tricky.
And what scale is that in? That's
It's
is that 1/72 as well, isn't it?
Yes,
at least 172.
Yeah.
There isn't there a 48 version as well?
Oh, I don't know.
That would be a monster though.
Yeah, that would be a monster. Eagle Transporter. That's it.
Eagle Transporter. That's the one. I'll tell you
what scale is the SR-71? Looks huge. I think that's the Rebel 148, isn't it?
Yes. Is it a 1 in 48?
Oh, it could be
I'd say it has to
72nd.
be.
Going looking at that, I would say that's 72nd, but
It's massive.
I would have thought 72nd, but it may be 40. I don't know what the Rebel one is.
That was released not long ago.
Open your second screen up, James. Have a look on Google.
Hang on.
It's quite an old kit. It's quite an old kit, isn't it?
No.
No, there was a new one released a couple of years ago, which I think was
48. Oh, right.
48.
Oh, lightning.
I'm off again. eBay over here. Let's have a look. SR-71.
Scale
Wonder what kit that lightning is. Is that the kinetic one or
Airfix?
Airfix.
to say that there were only 2 people displaying, they've made use of all best space on table.
Oh yes.
Right.
Ravel 48 scale 2022.
Yeah. Cheers,
Yeah, I was going to say the Blackbird. Yeah, SR71. I don't think they do it in. Do they do it in 72nd?
Yeah, I've built it in 72nd, but that's the 48, isn't it?
Yeah, I was going to say that's a 48th. I would have thought so. That's a 48th. That Hustler. That's the monogram, the old monogram kit. Really hard to grab hold of, that is.
And it's a mission to build as well if you've got people to do it. I've never built one myself, but I've seen others try it, and it can be a beater.
It's a pity they don't redo that one.
Look good next to an SR71.
Yeah.
What was that? Graham. Graham's getting ready for some paints. We have got some big decisions to make down at Club. Are you talking about this picture, boys?
That's the one. Look at the smoke look on your face. I'm not even going to go there on that one.
No, nor me. I've got about 10.
That looks like I'm sat smug eating cake while somebody's blowing me off.
No, it looks like you've just managed to blow yourself off. That's what that look is like.
Yeah. Perks of the job, baby.
Perks of the job.
SGS selling his stuff. We've got Graham, whose dog's decided to come and lay upstairs in his hobby room because it's too hot.
Yeah, I've got one of them. I was going to say I've got one of them laying down here. Buddy's down here. He's in the shed with me. Of him.
That's about it. Let me just see if I can. Right, so that's not a bad little run, is it? That's all right.
Yeah, that's good.
Enough activity to keep someone happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Sesco Live?
Yeah. What about Sesco Live?
Looking at it now. Looking at
it
it right now.
Put it up on the screen, boss man. It's all right, brother.
I will do in a second. So here we go. So yeah, Sesco Models Live. So again, for the people who are watching first time, you've just seen me and the boys talking about Sesco and Hemsworth Community Scale Model Club. We are a closed group for people that come. That's basically that. We do have 1 or 2 distinguished members who have been to club, which makes them eligible to be a distance member. For everybody else, we operate Sesco Models Live, which is this one. It's the sister club to it, and this lets people put their stuff on that we show on this stream, and I constantly keep my eye on this.
Yeah.
So let's have a look what's been happening.
Hold on, I'll stop you there. Hold on, Mark. Mitchell's come back with, I worked with a guy who was in the Air Force, said the SR-71 leaked gas out of the wings until it got to altitude.
That's
and
very
expanded. That is very true. Mark Bridges commented and said, yes, very true.
Yeah.
And they would only, because they leaked so much, they could only take off with limited fuel load, and they'd have to go straight to a tanker before they could then go supersonic. So the seals had time to expand.
Sometimes they went up to a tanker. You were right, Andy, first time.
Yeah.
So, taking piss. So, we're wishing James a happy birthday there. Impressive.
Yeah.
Isn't it funny that I've posted on Models Live, but I haven't posted on our page? I wonder why that is. It's no idea. So that's the kit which I got from Chris, I think, didn't I, Aid?
Yes, you did.
Black base, the shell with Mr. Surfacer. Then gave it a light blue from MRP because that paint is smooth as silk and I know it'd lay down gorgeous. Before I then put the Tamiya mica blue on top. And you can see the work.
LP41.
Yeah, bit of work there on chassis and sub-assemblies and all that sort of shit. And it's nearly finished, not quite. Roll cage and window frames. I'm not going to dwell on this. I don't like. Do you know what? I don't think anybody understood that picture. Did any of y'all get it?
What, the smudge?
Okay, guys. So
Yeah, but did you get the smudges? Did nobody understand that picture?
No.
Solid set and sole.
Yeah, so the micro set is the blue one, which is why that's there.
Of course it is. Yeah.
and the soul would be in the red one.
Which is why that's there.
Yeah, like that there. Close
Did you not get that? Did you not understand that originally?
No.
Come on.
No, honestly, mate.
Well, that's why
we're not all wired into your way of thinking, mate.
That's absolutely right. But that's why I did it.
There's only one person on this planet that's wired into it.
There you go. That explains it all. That.
Yeah, that explains it. Yeah.
Looks like Smurfs.
Yeah.
Gonks, innit?
The things you had on the end of your pencil at school.
I thought out of everybody who's going to get this picture, it's going to be you lads.
Right.
It's nice.
Cheers.
Yeah, it is. It's nice, mate.
Yeah, very nice.
So yeah, but for last week or so, whatever, I've not touched. AD Price, talk us through. Look at this.
Yeah.
This is Amusing Hobby Swedish Army 10 ST Stridsvagn. It's called 104. It's the British Centurion, but in the Swedish Army colours. The Swedish Army used it for quite a lot of years. They're still using it, actually.
Yeah, it's a good tank, though, isn't it?
Amusing Hobby, first kit I'd ever built of Amusing Hobby. Absolutely fantastic. One of the best kits I've ever built. It just fell together. The tracks were absolutely flawless. The only thing that was difficult was trying to plan how to do the splinter camo, because it's difficult to mask all the with all the gizmos and bits and bobs on it, if you know what I mean. So I had to sort of like work out where they went and what colour they were before, and then paint them in the right colours before putting them all on.
Yeah, it's lovely, mate.
Hell of a lot of bits and bobs on it. Yeah, I was chuffed with it. It came out really well. It's going on the diorama. That's why it's not weathered.
That's the one that's going on the diorama, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not weathered fully at the moment. I've only sort of like dusted the tracks and the underneath and what have you on the sides. And it's going on the diorama, street diorama. So that'll be finished. That'll be finished off when that's done. Yeah, but it was a nice kit. Really nice kit.
Yeah, it's nice. Very nice, mate.
Mark,
have you read Mitchell's comment?
No, I'm leaving you for comments tonight.
Right, just thought you were a sloppy painter and got the paint on photo.
What, for the red and the blue?
Yeah, the red and the blue, yeah.
You're a star. RP, what's RP being up to?
That's RP, that's a 0, isn't it? Is that a 0?
It's a 0, isn't it?
Asagawa 1 in 40. Hang on a minute. Let me just come out of it.
I'm absolutely crap on the jet planes. As soon as it's got
a 1 in 48 is Katie, isn't it? It could be the Katie.
It's a KI-27.
Yeah, KI-27. Is that the Katie?
Yeah, it's a Katie. That's the ones they're the ones that, because everybody thinks that the zeros were used at Pearl Harbor, but they were mainly Katies, from what I've read.
Well, he's used his mask set, so let's just have a look at how good it is.
Yeah, because
that looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, it does.
Pretty sharp.
Yeah, the way that's really nice.
It's sharp.
That's something you'll never ever get that with decals, because even if you've black based it and done all the work in the world, you'll never get that. You have to post shade decals if you're going to get that work.
That's beautiful. That.
Nice that.
Yeah.
Well done,
really
Pete.
nice.
Well done, mate.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, now then, one from me.
Spyro.
So, yeah, Spyro. So, little story.
This is the Greek.
Yes, it's thanks to Mark and Gail at Glow Clothing for my fabulous Zuddy. So, a couple of years since, I raided Gail, so it's Glow Clothing. I raided Glow's internet page and made club merch available direct from Glow. And she called me in one day and she went, "Mark, who's this? This fella keeps buying club merch." And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And she showed me this name, Spyros. Showed me. I says, I don't know who it is. And they kept buying club merch. And then obviously when I started selling the no club merch, that I think all you guys have got. Have you all got no merch?
Yeah.
I've got the hoodie.
Yeah, I think, yeah, there it is. Yeah, he finally got his, didn't he, after 6 months?
Yeah, that's right.
After
well,
6 months and 700 quid.
Yeah, Spyros put an order in. And thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely superb. I think I've got a picture down here. Is that the tank that you built that we've just had a look at, Ed?
Yeah, that's the one I built there. I was just putting up a work in progress thing.
Mewick table, James, Tomcat. We've seen all these.
No, you haven't seen that one. Whoa, up.
Whoa.
Too fast. That one.
That?
Yeah, we haven't seen that one.
Yeah,
That's
right, okay. Yeah, my bad. AD Price again. Talk us through.
That's the other. I bought two kits at the same time, and that was the other tank I bought. That's the. Can't think what it's called now. 102, I think it's called. The Swedish version of the UN tank.
It's nice. That part.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was the. What was the?
Yeah, that's amusing hobby as well, isn't it?
No, that's not amusing hobby. That's. I can't think of bloody name.
If Mark comes out and
but it was a nice kit apart from the tracks.
Hobby Boss. There you go.
Hobby Boss, that's it, yeah. The tracks were an absolute bloody nightmare. They're supposed to be clicked together, but I had to end up gluing them all separately. It was just ridiculous. It was absolutely awful. And it's that's going on the diorama as well. I'm doing the reason I did that was I went to Cyprus quite a lot of years ago now, and I went to, was it called Samagossa? I think it's called, the town that was evacuated.
Yeah.
And I saw these tanks going up and down in no man's land, and I thought, well, I'm going to do sort of similar sort of UN, no man's land type thing.
That's Pete using his.
Yes, I was going to say yes.
There you go. Look at that.
Look at that. Tidy. Nice one for that one. Hey, that's spot on. Whose is this? What? AD again?
It's AD's again.
Yeah, he's been busy, isn't he? He's retired now.
This is ages ago now.
Yeah, we haven't seen this.
Well, we haven't been on.
That's how long you've retired since we were last on.
This is the this is the Hawker Hunter, the Swedish.
Have you finished
the Swedish food. Yeah, it's finished. It's on the shelf. That's a Hobby Boss kit as well, I think, and that was really nice. I really enjoyed that because I'm gradually doing all the Swedish jets, and that's that was one of one of the ones that I'd got in the stash, and I thought, well, I'll do that while I was waiting for those tank kits to turn up.
I've got to say, I'm just going to interrupt myself. That is just an absolute thing of beauty. Just look at that.
Yeah, the cup. Yeah.
Bastard! I thought you was talking about my model then.
Mate, come on.
Oh, come on, Age. You know
Right,
the noise
so
going on.
I was.
I'd show my mug, but it's
Here we
black.
go.
There you go, look.
Swedish chapter.
That was the
that's
last.
fine. I'd have it on
And
tonight, but it's too hot.
Yes, it is too hot. And the intact mug that I'd shoved in one of the sleeves.
Yeah, brilliant.
Right.
Much appreciated.
That's
So-
the V8.
Well, Todd,
Yeah,
right?
GR7.
Todd, he's one of the chaps who'd he commented on one of my videos, and I said to him, "Come and join Sesco Models Live, please. Come and put your stuff on." And it's been a while, though, Mike. It's been a while, and I said, "Come on, get it on." So let's flick through because he did. So this is Todd, right? Todd
Jesus
Smith.
Christ, that Harrier's got some ordnance on it.
Yeah, GR7.
Yeah, we're gonna have a look. We're gonna have a look.
Okay, now.
Yeah.
Now look at that.
That is what I call fully loaded.
That's loaded for bear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
That's a serious amount of damage there.
Right, Pete's
James?
come back to us. Sorry, Pete's come back to us and said, thanks for the nice comments, chaps. The KI-27 was named Nate, N-A-T-E,
Nate.
by the Americans. Japanese Army fighter used during the Philippines campaign.
Ah, right.
Well done there, Pete. Good bit of research.
Yeah,
for
nice
us.
still, Pete.
Learn something new every day.
We love it.
That's a nice job.
Yeah. That's a
Yeah.
big canopy as well, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a lot of glass.
Are you still chugging on that vape thing?
Yeah, shut your mouth off. Give the fags up. What more do you want? God,
Total
geez.
ban. Total ban.
No. No, not at the moment. No. No, not what I've got going on in my life, mate. No.
I'll not push you, but
No.
Tell
It'll
him,
come
James.
eventually. Eh?
it'll come.
Tell him, James.
Yeah, time, yeah. It will, in time.
It'll come.
Yeah, it
It'll
will.
come. Right, is that thing going to get off ground, or are you going to say, "Shut up, Mark, it's a plastic model"?
That's your Tomcat.
That's the salt work, isn't it?
Yeah, salt work, yeah. That we did see the video on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Look at that, look.
Oh, no.
All your little grains of salt. And you scrape them off.
Yeah, he scraped them off and used
You
them on his
don't-
chips the day after.
You should have watched it. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, thank you very much,
What?
Pete. Pete
Whoa,
just said,
whoa.
crikey, Mark, give James a break. There you are.
I know.
Give
I
him
love
a
him to
break.
bits.
Yeah, right.
Hey, I'll
You
tell
know-
you
you know-
what. You see this here, look?
Listen,
I had an encounter with a circular saw.
he
Yeah,
knows
there
I
we
love
go.
him.
Another Kit
That
Kat.
didn't go very well.
A bad workman always blames his tools.
Hey, mate, it's lucky I didn't lose my finger. Put it up, mate. It nicked me.
He's a good lad, is that James? He's all right. He's all right.
Yeah, thank you, mate.
Yeah, he's all right, but
No.
he does over dramatise stuff.
Oh, fuck off.
He definitely can't do that.
Firefly. That's a firefly, I know that.
Come on, right. So we've got some of Pete's work here. That's a photo frame.
Yeah, I would have thought so.
Yeah, it looks
That's
like a photo frame.
number 2. Is that period for that tank?
past.
There were so many different. There's so many different markings for Shermans. It's outrageous. Yeah. It's just.
Hey, you're gonna have to explain that one, mate. I've never seen that before.
Just chuck it up, Pete. I know it's a Firefly, mate, because there's a 17-pounder on there.
That's gone back a bit.
March, April. I was just gonna say, yeah. Have we covered this?
Because that was my first.
Yeah, that's Paul's.
My first or my second club meet.
Yeah, we have covered this because I was saying well done.
Yeah, I think we're all caught up now.
We are right. Let me just close a couple of screens down here. James, if you will be so kind. So I'm going to minimise that. I'm going to blow that. Right, let's have a look through these comments then. So, because I know they've been coming on. I've not been.
Hang on. I'll go back up to where I was hijacked by you. Good evening, gentlemen. Here's that's the New England, USA. Good evening, Mitchell. I'll put good evening, Mitchell. James, gorgeous blonde on your lap. Thanks, mate. But he's a ginger. Talking about Buddy that was sat on my lap earlier on. He's Sango on the floor here in the shed. Look closer to 51. Happy birthday.
Was that looking?
You. 80, 73. Jesus.
71.
Is this man?
Thanks, mate. 59. 50. Shut up. Retiree. Nice model of the cake box. I think I was referring to Doug Tuck. Then Mr. Bridge has come on and said, how do? Mitchell's come back. Beautiful model planes. All look like award winners. IO from Whitby. That's Rue. Scale model 71. We think it's the 48th. We've gone through those two. Just thought you were a sloppy painter. Then Pete's come back. Pete, right, that's Firefly from East Riding Yeomanry, 27th Armoured Brigade, Gold Beach. There you go. That was the Sherman.
Yeah.
So it was the Firefly. So yeah, we're all up to date now. Apart from, my mate Pete said, "Give me a break, mate."
Do you want a little? You want a little exclusive while we're here?
Yeah, go on. What have you bought?
No.
Oh, very nice.
It's finished.
All finished.
No, I've got the back wing to do.
No, right. Very nice.
With the no spotlight rack with that one then?
No.
Right.
Is that Colin McRae's one?
It's actually Reed and Burns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reed and Burns. What's right? So Pete, have we got some more there, James?
He says Pete's come back with it was a 3-hour charity build. We built the base beforehand. Thank goodness. Yeah.
Yes.
3 hours.
Yeah, mate.
That's not bad, is it? For 3 hours, build finished.
That's right.
It's been. I was saying to the club guys, what's Mitchell said?
I don't know. I'm just coming out. It's just popped in again now. But when it starts working,
What a jet.
Mitchell, that's not a jet. What the hell?
What, the Subaru? I know.
Yeah, you're Scooby, mate. You're Scooby-Doo.
Scooby-Doo.
Season builders, Mitchell. Season builders.
Season builders. We can build it.
You've got to dip your toes in everything, haven't we? Really?
Have a go.
Have a go.
It's been ever so quiet down at club. We used to average 25, 26. We are fail every session. Now we're down to about 14. People are taking advantage of this weather. Yeah. We've had a lot more poorly people this year. People in new relationships this last sort of 12 months that are taking advantage of that. People going away more, just generally on holiday. But I think the big one has just been the weather.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been looking at the numbers on the like the views on the live things that I watch, like ones I follow on YouTube, and they're way down. Everybody's way down. It's just
down.
this time of year. This time of year.
I was going to say they'll pick up again later, but
it's the same with sales of kits and all that sort of stuff. All the manufacturers are saying, you know, they're moaning about people are not buying. And
well, I'm glad I'm keeping it.
Yeah, I've spent more money in the last.
Glad I'm keeping it going.
I've spent more money the last couple of the months than I in the last 12.
I'd like to start building again. Never mind buying.
You'll get there, and I think, yeah, you're right, lads. It's even through the night, you know, just being in bed outside of her, fuck me, it's like,
yeah,
you know, with the heat, it's like you're sleeping next to a spit roast hog.
Yeah. Is that what she says?
Yeah, that's what she says. Yeah.
Yeah, mate, I agree totally. I mean, we've got window open, I've got fan on, we've got sheet on, I'm naked. There's a thought for you.
Oh, fucking hell.
Hey, Mark, don't you dare start laughing. Don't you dare, mate. Not after what
don't even think about it.
No, mate, you get some comments up on that.
I'll tell you what, he was that time you came on and you were bare chested. I was still having nightmares about that, and that's about a month ago.
Yeah, mate. Because they say black's obviously they're in colour, but when you see the pink,
no, it's not pink, mate. It was white.
Yeah,
yeah, it was more like blue.
Red because you got sunburned, didn't you?
Yeah, yeah.
You look like one of them big fat swan vestas.
Yeah,
I've got the cable here. I'm about ready to pull it.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
so it's been quiet. It's been warm. Although, do you know what? Listen, because I know she didn't watch. Right.
Are you watching that? Can you see that quote of the night? Like a spit roast.
I'm not putting my glasses on.
Like a spit roast hog.
That's gonna cost you.
That is. I don't think you'll be allowed on the Guinness anymore, mate.
On the Guinness, she won't let him in the house to get it.
I said earlier to my missus that we have to get the washing done while the weather's so hot because it dries on the line literally in fucking 10 minutes, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
But then obviously add a little dig at her by saying, you know, sometimes it's not quite dry and our lass leaves it on the line sometimes while 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning trying to dry it. Sometimes she leaves it on the line all the way through the fucking night.
Yeah.
Try to get it to the... It's still not. Are you going to take it in this time next fucking week or what? Anyway.
So in winter, your shirts are cardboard.
Yeah, mate. Club's been quiet. I think, yeah, generally it's been quiet. The biggest change for me this year has been the job because I've it's like I said on the thing earlier. I've just had 8 years of working Monday to Friday, and club's never been an issue. I've sent you lads my rota, just so that you can sort of like, I wonder if Mark's knocking about, because there's no point fucking ringing me on this day, and this day, and you guys can see with what I've got. We've got the 19th of July. I'm working morning, so I miss club. On 2nd of August, I'm working. so I miss club. Luckily, it's the barbecue day. We're on while 9 p.m. So I finish at 2. I'll be there at 2:30 while 9 o'clock. I think the following week I'm on fucking nights. Do you know what I mean?
Can you hang on a minute, Mark, while I go and get me saucepans?
Well, you go and get you what?
Saucepans.
Yeah.
It's
a funny
They
road.
don't do that anymore, right? It used to be every Thursday. They don't do it anymore, mate.
We've got a tape recording of it in our little office. We still play that on a Thursday. It's a funny thing. I get 3 weeks on. I get 3 weekends after work, and then 3 weekends I have them off. But because the club meets on the first and third Saturday of the month, sometimes them weekends that I've got off, it's not fucking club.
Yeah,
mate. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, well, that's it is what it is, mate.
Yeah,
I've got to say, I will put it on record. Thank you very much to Rue and Clem and Mark Lid as well.
Yeah,
for running it while I'm not there, because I can't always be there anymore.
You got a strong team there, Mark.
Yeah, they've been spot on.
Good club. It is. It's a good club. Full stop.
Yeah, you got some fantastic members there. That's what a club should be. It should be that, you know, when the gaffer, you know, can't attend, then you've obviously got a couple of second in commands to take over.
Club is proud to announce that on the 27th of July, representing Sesko and Emsworth Community Scale Model Club, Mark Liddell and Ange Liddell will be going to a village called Drax. That's Drax, just near where they live, actually. And they will be judging this year's North Riding Air Cadets annual model competition.
Good. It's nice.
Nice.
They will be judging that. The when I talk about the community in our title, we got, well, I get asked, but I'm away, and I've said to the people who are running that I can nominate somebody to do it, and so I've nominated Mark and Ange, and they're like, yeah, brilliant, thank you. The prize that we're giving is quite a nice prize. Because there's loads of different genres on what the kids are going to put in. Cars, tanks, planes, everything. We can't give them a kit as the prize, because if you're not into it, you're just not going to build it. So we're actually giving them the prize winners this year. We're giving them a adult and junior entry into the Yorkshire Wartime Experience Weekend.
Nice.
Which is held near Doncaster on the 9th and 10th of August, I do believe.
Yeah.
So we've got the winner. Obviously, it's the juniors who are entering, so we've got a junior ticket, but we've also bought an adult ticket, so one of the parents can take them to that show.
Yeah. Excellent.
Good idea. Good idea, that.
That's not bad, is it?
Yeah. Pete's,
no, that's really good.
Pete's come back with the Salt Ash Club is quiet as well. Holidays or evenings out. Mate, it is. It's the nice weather, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nice weather.
Yes, that's just the time of year. This hobby always takes a dip in the summer.
I've got so once the Subaru's finished, I've actually got another commission. What have I got?
You've got the B17.
B17, 132nd.
Yeah, the 32nd B17.
And that's a beast of a project.
Yeah.
No doubt you'll knock it out of the park, but
No,
that's a
the
massive.
thing is, Mark, is that you'll crack that open, then you'll go, fucking hell.
There's a lot of plastic.
I mean, I know Aid's got it. I've got it. The Hong Kong models B17 148 scale, the bloody 100th.
Bloody 100th, yeah.
Oh man, it's just unbelievable. In 30 seconds, it's going to be that much bigger. And it is. Yeah. It's a beast of a kit.
I mean, that 148th one there's a lot of plastic in that.
Friend of mine back in New Zealand, he's got 3 of the 32 scale ones.
Yeah, Jesus. Mitch is just 30-second B17, 5 feet long. No, it's not that long, mate. I think it's about 3.5 feet. It's got 3.5.
I think it's around the meter mark, isn't it? It's around the meter mark, I think.
Yeah.
Google it.
Wingspan is it's about 3.5 feet. It's huge.
Yeah, just over the meter. But it's a lump and a half, and that's an expensive kit as well. That's a £300 kit.
Yeah,
if you're lucky.
I've not bought the kit. The same as the Tomcat. It's for the same client, Davy House. Davy House is he's poorly.
Which one is it, Mark? Is it the F?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the F. It's the new one. Memphis
Davy House is poorly, and literally he's got this illness at the minute that's just sort of sideswiping him. It's ME CFS, which is chronic fatigue syndrome. And sometimes when I talk to Dave, I mean, fucking hell, I've been decorating, I've been wallpapering this afternoon. I've put six strips of wallpaper on, and I've had to stop because the sweat coming out of my head is that salty. I'm constantly rubbing my eyes, and it's making my eyes water. So I've had to stop. Davy House gets out of bed, and he's like that, and he can't move.
Yeah.
So
right.
He's got a couple of kits. He's got a couple of kits, and that he wanted to have done before he sort of hung up his airbrush full stop. One what Tomcat and one's the B17. Yeah, so I'm doing it for him. Sorry, James, go on.
The length is 709 millimeter. And the width is 989 millimeter. So it's close to a meter wide.
Meter wide.
Meter wide. It's about 3.5. Well, just over 3 feet, isn't it?
About
2.5 feet long.
When I was considering buying the bloody 100th kit, I thought to myself, should I go for the 132nd? And I thought to myself, where am I going to put it?
Yeah,
I wouldn't personally buy it. Looking at this,
and you built out that big, Andy. You've done a couple of big stuff, haven't you?
I did the big 132 B24 Liberator, the Hobby Boss one.
That was massive, wasn't it?
That was huge. Massive. Yeah. Fortunately, the problem with that kit, unlike the HK kits, the way their wing attachments are designed, with the HK kits, you can they lock in, but you slide them on. With the Hobby Boss B24, it goes on in 2 halves and clamps on. But I found a way to modify it so they just slid on, because I had all the wiring and stuff on the inside. And had it all lit up and everything. But that was a commission build. Put a lot of aftermarket stuff into that one. Yeah, it was an effort, but a nice kit though. Really nice kit, despite reported accuracy problems, which I don't care. But it was a nice kit.
It's only the wing. It's only it's that shape of the wing, isn't it? Because the B24 had a weird wing.
Yeah,
but other than that. Is what it is.
Sorry, lads. Talking about accuracy issues, AD Price, current build.
Well, I'm doing two at the moment. I'm doing the trumpet 132nd Stuka.
That's the one I'm talking about. So it's mine is actually, you can't see it, and my camera's too far away.
Don't, mate. Don't.
Mine's up here above my head. 124. How are you liking that 132, Aid?
Superb, absolutely superb.
You've got to remember that even though, right, listen, sometimes there's I know there's only 7 people watching, but there'll be 200 and odd watch this video. And if I watch a video with 4 or 5 lads on it and they're talking and they start talking about a certain kit and I think, oh, fucking hell, I want that, my ears prick up and I will pay attention. And even though they're talking about it, as daft as it sounds, and I hate the word, but you are an influencer. We're all influencing people. So when I said to you, what's that 1 in 32 Stoker like? You are influencing people on. I've got that in stash. Let me fucking listen here. Tell us about it.
It's. I mean, I built a trumpet 109 about 6 months ago, or just 5 months ago, and that was one of the best kits I've ever built. Brilliant. Yeah. So I thought to myself, well, I've got to have a Stuka, but I'd forgotten how big the Stuka is. It's a massive aircraft. I thought to myself, well, it must be sort of around a little bit bigger than the 109, maybe a little bit around the Hurricane thing. It's much bigger than the. I mean, just look at the wingspan of the bloody thing. It's huge.
Yeah.
Absolutely superb kit. The plastic's lovely. It goes together. It's almost clicks together. It's just. Sometimes you think yourself, well, I don't know, do I need to bloody glue this?
Yeah.
The only thing you have to watch out with trumpeter stuff is the tolerances are so tight. You've got to be definitely scraping the paint off joints and that sort of stuff. Yeah. It's a proper tight fit, but the detail is fantastic. Even though I did my own seat cushions. Did them out of for the seat and what have you, because the seat's quite plain.
Yeah,
I've got a Quinta cockpit set coming, so I'm waiting for that, and that'll because the cockpit is huge.
Yeah,
I'd forgotten it was a 2-man aircraft. There's a rear gunner, and you've got like a lot of detail in that part of the cockpit, and the canopy is huge. It's a massive greenhouse. It's a lot of glass.
Yeah.
So you can see everything in there. But the Quinta set, even though it was quite expensive, it's quite extensive, if you know what I mean. It covers quite a lot. But it is a brilliant. I'd recommend it to anybody. And it's not that expensive. The kit itself, I think I paid 45 quid for it.
Yeah, I was going to say it ranges from about 40 up to 50.
Yeah, and it's just worth every penny.
Oh, there you are. Look.
I don't want to get my fat head in the screen.
No, it's good, mate. It's good because then you see how big it really is.
Gee, that is some size, isn't it?
It is. It's massive. That is.
And you got to think that even the 132nd's got a fully detailed engine. I mean, I put pictures of my engine on. I sent them to the lads a couple. Was it last week? And the engine's beautiful, absolutely beautiful detail. I did a little bit of extra. I mean, obviously you won't see it when the cowling's on, but
that's the beauty with trumpeter, though. They go stupid, don't they?
Yeah, I mean, I thought to myself, I could have the engine next to it on display, and I thought to myself, well, it's just I've got nowhere to put the stuff, so so I built mine in, but I know it's in there, and I know it's fully detailed. So
look at that. Look. Got the Vulcan up as well.
Yeah.
Pete says, I guess your B-17 will be a lot of kits for one build. Yeah.
What do you mean?
It'll be a lot of kit to build, mate.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think there's a lot of plastic in that.
There's 700 and something odd parts, I think it is.
I mean, there's a massive amount of plastic in the 148 on-com models one, so God knows what the 132nd's like.
That one is, I'll tell you exactly how many parts there is. 657.
That's not bad, is it?
No, it's just not too bad. And you got Memphis Belle, and that was, yeah, we know that's the first completing 25 missions. And Knockout Dropper is on the deco list.
That was one of the other reasons. I mean, everybody on their dogs built the Memphis Belle, haven't they? That was one of the other reasons. That was one of the other reasons I went for the bloody 100 thing. It was because you've got quite a lot of options in that, because you've got the whole bomber group. I think I can't remember how many planes there were in the bomber group. But...
Do you want me to go and get mine?
Yeah, go on. I mean, mine's. I've had a thing coming through because I pre-ordered mine, and I've had a thing coming through that's telling me that UPS are coming with it on Monday, together with a few other bits that were on the same pre-order. I mean, the Quintus set for that was 50 odd quid for the and most of that's covered up. But the thing I like about the Hong Kong model one, they got the actual front of it, the glass, the actual front of the aircraft, the nose is all in all done in the glass plastic, and you just mask it all off, so you don't have to worry. Yeah, that's right. There's Oliver. I mean, and they're all aircraft from that Masters of the Sky, aren't they?
Yeah.
How many parts are in that?
Hang on. It doesn't say, mate.
Because you get a mask set, loads of PE in there as well.
Yeah, it's 3D resin parts, die-cast masks, 11 marking options.
Yeah, the 3D resin bits, so the exhaust for the engines, aren't they? The turbo, the superchargers.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, the superchargers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't say, mate. Not that I can see of anyway.
But that's when I finish these two, the F-16 and this Stuka. That's my next. That's my next project. So.
Yeah, I think that's next year. I won't be touching that. I won't be touching.
Like I say, I've been waiting a long time for that. So I wasn't expecting it until August, but I had a thing from UPS to say that they're coming with it on Monday now. So and I've got, like I say, I've got the pointer set plus I've ordered all the different. I said to Mark the other day, or Mark and Andrew the other was it yesterday? I spent 70 quid on just MRP olive drab, all the different ones, because I thought to myself, well, I'm going to need all of that. And even the bomber green that MRP do as well, because apparently, from what I've read about the aircraft, especially in the bloody 100, they used to patch it by using bits off of other aircraft.
Yeah, other aircraft, yeah.
And they were all like they were bomber green. They're all different shades of olive drab and all that sort of stuff. And I'm quite looking forward to doing the different patches, the different colours and stuff. I think I'm definitely gonna black base it, like I do with my normal aircraft. But I'm gonna do it instead of doing sort of like I do this with a standard colour. I'm gonna do it in different shades so that they sort of, it looks a bit patchy.
Yeah. We've had a message. That's a wonderful kit indeed, and build up really lovely. That's from Model Officer, which is James Skippins. Good evening, James.
Evening. Is that the bloody 100 kit he's on about? Or
I think so, mate.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I've heard a lot of good things. I've seen a couple of builds online on YouTube, and it looks fantastic.
Yeah, but I had no complaints about it. Everybody said it goes together well, apart from one somebody I've been watching, somebody that's built it, and they've said that it's the fuselage don't go together right. But I think he's cocked up there because
everybody else said that everybody
said lovely on it.
Yeah, I was going to say. The thing that oh, sorry, Mark.
No, go on, carry on.
Now, I think that I've been getting a lot of positive things about is about the nose section. It's all done in the clear plastic, so or you can blend it all in and then mask it off, and it comes up absolutely gorgeous.
You've got two options in it, mate, because you've got the plastic option as well.
Yeah, I know, but apparently the clear option is the best one to go for because it's.
Yeah, I was going to say from what I've seen, they've got a bit on the front where it's a bit like the Lank. It bulges. It's got two window bulges in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you got one without and one with.
And I'm looking at pictures of the Quinta set that I've ordered, and I think there's 5 or 6 sets each of decals in the Quinta set.
Yeah.
Like massive. I mean, a lot of it you ain't going to see because it's all radio operator and rear gunner, seat belts, all that sort of stuff. Gun, like, the gun feeds and all that sort of stuff. But it was expensive, but it was worth it, I thought.
Yeah.
You're going to spend that sort of money on a kit, then you need to, detail it properly, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I think you're. If you could see it.
Yeah, but I mean, you can. There's quite visible cockpit. I don't know, but especially the front gunner. I mean, there's a lot of glass on the front. The bomb area. But I'm looking forward to it, and I've never done a B-17.
No, neither have I. Mitchell's just come back and said, James, as Mark taught me, just use a whole tube of putty on fuselage gap. I think that was the your A6, wasn't it? The trumpeter one?
Yes.
You used quite a bit of putty on that, didn't you?
Yes. Down the spine.
Down the spine, yeah.
Did you just get a message, Mark?
Yes.
Good.
Well, I've not looked.
We'll look at it then.
Hold on a second.
That would be me, probably. I just sent you a message.
That's what I'm saying. Just to Mark.
They are. Mitchell, the Concorde. It was a Concorde build, mate.
What have you put my thing on there for?
Because obviously, well, I'm just on a different tab.
This is all TikTok, isn't it?
Right, bear with me. Before we move over, Andy, you are moving to the Isle of Wight tomorrow.
That's right. Yeah.
You need to go and pack, my love, don't you?
Yeah, just last little bits and got an early start in the morning.
Right, okay. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll let you go because you've been absolutely spot on. We want to say au revoir, not goodbye, not toodaloo.
No.
Right, he's leaving our shores, isn't he, and going to live on a little island.
Yes, mate.
I'm going overseas.
Going overseas.
Going overseas, yeah,
Again.
solo. Yeah, good luck with that one.
On behalf of me personally, I want to say thank you for letting me come and meet you up in Durham.
You're very welcome.
And on behalf of, it's like you're going to to be, but you're not. You're only moving over.
He's not going to Outer Mongolia.
I know.
No, that's right. He's not going back to Oz, is he? He hasn't committed any crime.
He never lived in Oz. He lives in New Zealand, you twat.
Not yet.
On behalf of me, for letting me come and shake your hand for the big man. Thank you very much, love. Appreciate that. For everything that you've done for the club, thank you very much, 1,000,000%. For everything that you've done for me, for my charity work, 1,000,000,000 thank yous, mate. Without you, Kits for Kids Project 2023 would certainly not have hit the mark.
Honestly, mate, I'd do it again if I can help in any way.
Always grateful for
anything
that.
else that's going on, just drop me a line and I'll,
Thank
I'm
you very
not
much.
looking for superstar status or anything, you know me, but
you get it from me, Cop.
Yeah.
You get it from me. We're going to say, so everybody, James to Andy, a cheery bye, please, before I knock him off.
Cheers, fellas.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
Speak,
All the best, mate.
speak
Drive
soon,
carefully
mate.
tomorrow.
Speak
And
soon.
let
Hope
us,
This
your
one's
Wi-Fi's a
definitely is
little
not
bit
goodbye.
better.
Not
let, us
goodbye.
know,
We'll have you.
let us know when you get there.
Yeah,
Will
yeah.
do,
Keep in
absolutely.
touch, mate.
Yeah,
Keep in touch.
keep in touch,
All right.
especially on the old messenger, mate.
Yeah,
The,
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
You've got us.
Yeah.
You've got us. Right,
Yeah.
you'll go and right, everybody. I'm gonna let Andy go. Andy, I'll catch you on the other
Safe
side.
travels, buddy.
See
Take
you
care,
later,
fellas,
Andy.
and we'll
Cheers,
speak soon.
Cocker. Time, my love. Thank you. So
Yeah.
that says thank you very much to Andy, who I've just knocked off. No, the reason that I
Model,
thought. Go
sorry,
on.
mate. Model Officer James Skippings is per Isle of Wight, is south of the Watford Gap. Yeah, well, it's Portsmouth side, mate. So yeah, Watford. Yeah, it's closer to London, isn't it?
Yeah, mate.
Yeah. So
What I'm doing with the TikTok thing. I am trying to log in. The account doesn't exist. They're absolutely full of shit. Of course they can. Right, but I was going to. I'm not going to because it's a waste of fucking time. What I've put our TikToks on. The reason being is obviously a TikTok video lasts 15, 30 seconds.
seconds. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all my work that because I haven't done a post build review for absolutely ages.
Yeah.
But if you want to see sort of like builds as they're going along, I don't use TikTok shorts, YouTube shorts. I use TikTok. Not just because my family are on it and my lads on it. And if you don't know, if you're on no, sorry, Snapchat. I'm thinking of Snapchat. My lad uses TikTok a lot. So I've put our addresses on there. Mine's at Mark AGR4.
Yeah.
James,
This
yours
is
is
Reaper Models.
and AD, yours is at Adrian Price. Is that 859?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're on TikTok, you can go and search them, and you will see our work, but really fast, really quick. Okay.
Yeah.
So while I've been doing that, I've not been listening to you at all, James. For comments, what we got?
Oh, mate, we've had. I've got to go back up to Pete. Pete said that his club is quiet as well. Ours is, mate. We're I mean, so we meet twice a month, like yourself, but of an evening. We don't do what you do, but you know, it's just a general chat of where the club's going and you know who's doing what and who's attending shows and things like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're all in the same sort of boat. Mitchell's asked about the B17, 5 feet long. No, we've sorted that one out. That's about 2.5 feet, closer to 3 feet, I think, in with a over 3 foot wingspan. And Pete said B17 is a lot of kit for one build. Model Officer James Skiffins has come in and said good evening.
Good evening.
Evening.
That's Mr. Skiffins. That's a wonderful kit indeed, and the build up really lovely. We're talking about the HK B17. And he's confirmed it. He said, "Yep, it's the 100 kit, the bloody 100th kit." Then Mitchell's come back and said about the putty. You've taught him how to use the old tube of putty on a fuselage, and it wasn't the A6; it was the Concorde.
Right.
Yeah,
Which one? Which Concorde?
The Airfix Concorde.
Right.
Yeah, because that is a bloody awful kit, isn't it?
Which one did I build?
That was the Airfix kit.
Airfix one.
You all want it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Pete's James has come back and said Isle of Wight is south of the Watford Gap, which is just fall out of Portsmouth and straight into that. The Solent, oh Christ Almighty, that's a hell of a crossing that is. I recommend reading the book Masters of the Air. It's 100% better than the TV show, and that was from Pete.
It's
your mate Pete.
Your mate Pete. It's a shame Andy's going down to Isle of Wight, you know, because it's same as what you and Paul have said, and even Aidy said it as well. And you know, if we all lived in the same fucking village, we'd all be divorced because we'd all be at each other's houses. And first and third Saturday a month, it'd be like, forget it, because there's only one place that we're going to go. And even, this is what I was saying earlier on, even with Andy driving over 200 miles each way to come down to the club, it's some fucking mammoth task, is that?
Yeah, that's a day. It's a day as well, you know.
Yeah, of course it is.
It's the best part. Well, yeah, it is. It's the best part of the day driving because it's what 3. I think it's 3.5 hours.
2.5 hours a journey, he says.
Yeah, it's about 3.5, maybe 4 for me from home. Yeah. If I went straight to Sescu,
mate, it would
be about 3.5, 4 hour drive. So.
Well, I spoke to Mark about it a few weeks ago. Health permitting, we're planning to come over to the UK for a couple of weeks in the sort of like beginning towards the end of February. So I've said to Mark that the weekend in the middle of those 2 weeks, we'll be coming up to the club with Chris.
Yeah, mate.
Chris is gonna come up from where does he live? Boddington, isn't it?
Yeah, he's just up the road from me, isn't he?
Yeah,
he's North Devon. He is. Yeah.
So
right, bear with me a sec, Mitchell. Right, so
Mitch has put that Concorde was a bear. I put pilot figures in, sent Mark photos in Sescu email.
Right, now listen, I don't mind anybody having our email, but I am tell me when you sent them, Mitchell, because I've actually got the club's email now on my phone. Now, if you're saying that you've sent them,
mate, if that was a Concorde build, that was a couple of years back.
I need to find.
That would have been a couple of years back, mate.
Yeah, but.
Fucking at least,
yeah.
I watched that about 3 or 4 weeks ago because I was sort of like going back through Mark's videos, and that's proper. He had his old iPhone, and it was proper, sort of like the sound, and it was sort of like proper.
Yeah, he says it's about a few months ago, mate. So he must have watched it recently.
Really?
Yeah, he says maybe a few months ago.
So if we're talking 2025, we're obviously, let me just have a look here. Now then, I have got them actually. I have. I wonder why. Mitchell, so, oh, yes, I have got them. Can I save these to phone? What I'm going to do is I'm going to save these to my phone. Boom. And then I'm going to post them onto Sescu Models Live on Facebook. Then I'm going to share them with these guys.
Yeah.
Tell me if that's all right, because that's what I'm going to do. But if you come on now you've heard me say that, and you'll say, oh, Mark, I'd prefer you not do that, mate, to be fair.
We're going to anyway, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. No matter what.
Never a bad modeler. There's always bad criticism.
And you won't get anything negative from us.
No, that's right. Except in our house. Yeah.
But now, Mitchell, if you're not on, right, so they're now on my phone. how am I going to do this now? Let me go on to
If you
Facebook.
post them on, I was going to say post them on the Facebook, Mark, and then you can access it through this, then, can't you?
I'm going to swap it on to. It's funny having 2 Facebook accounts on your phone because you've got to switch between accounts. So.
Who's got the radio on?
James.
Yes, Mark talking.
Oh, was it?
She's on the phone to her sister. Mate, I'm not closing the door because I will melt. Sorry. But yeah, you'll just have to put up with it, unfortunately.
Oh, that's all right. I just thought somebody got a radio on, that's all. Can't
No,
really hear
no,
it that loud, but
yeah. Normally it's pretty good. I have to listen to that. So yeah, it is normally pretty good. Dear of her. He still hasn't got back to us yet.
How's she getting over her operation all right?
Yeah. She's good, mate. Yeah, she's good. Yeah, she's
good.
doing really, really well.
Brilliant.
Physio's really pleased with her. I'm really pleased with her. So
excellent. Very good news.
She's not a quitter, you know. She's just like, oh, I've got to get up and I've got to do that. And she's
I know. She's obviously not a quitter because she's married to you, isn't she?
Oh. There you go, mate. Yeah, thanks.
You know we love you.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
yeah, she's doing really well, mate. Thanks very much. He's still not got back to us, mate, so I'll just do it anyway.
I'm just trying to find. Right, so settings, wrong button mark, plus screen, stop screen. Then open a new tab, face the old Bookio. Face your Bookio. Then onto Cesco Models Live homepage, which is there. Scroll down, which is there. Minimize that screen to there. This is drag that across to there. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Nice, isn't it? He says, Mitchell says, yeah, you're all right. You have
much. Good man.
You're just about to see 3 people get into some serious trouble there because we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah.
What do you mean 3 people? You're the man with the buttons.
Well,
that's working because I can't understand mine because I can't get any of the conversation up onto the screen because you used to be able to press it and then that was it. It would just highlight it, but mine's not. I can't highlight anything. So
if I go on to that, and that, yes.
We've got nothing yet. Yeah,
you will have in a minute.
I've got the circle coming. There you go. Look at that.
There you go. Look at
that.
Beauty.
So, Mitchell, thank you for letting me do this. I know that I think we've had a conversation in the past where I've said drop onto Facebook, Cesco Models Live, and you've said I'm not on social media.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. You did say that. Yeah.
And he said that, didn't he? So
yeah, he did say that. Yeah.
Now
what scale is that?
It's a 1 in 72.
Yeah, it's a 72nd scale. Yeah.
Now,
what scale are those planes under it? Because they're minute.
1 in 72.
They're 1/72nd.
Bloody hell!
You got the
Was Concorde that bloody big?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, the little Jeep.
Yeah, mate.
Bloody hell!
Yeah, Concorde was huge, mate.
I mean, I've seen it in the air, obviously, and I stood next to it.
There you go.
I never imagined it was that big. It just when you put
Airfix 1/72nd all, so they're all 1/72nd scale.
Yeah.
When you put it next to those little aircraft there, you realise how big it was.
Yeah, you got the Dauntless there. What's the silver one? That's Spirit of St. Louis, isn't it?
Spirit of St. Louis, yeah, I think so. You obviously got a spit there, and
everyone got a spit. Don't know what the truck is though.
In the hangar.
Don't know what the truck
is.
The truck. No, that's the Jeep. No, the one behind it. That one.
That?
Yeah.
Mitchell,
Don't know what that is.
what's that? Tell us, please.
Concorde is 220 feet long. The Spit was 30 feet. There you go.
Yeah.
Spit only carried one. Concorde carried 80, 90.
Beautiful looking aircraft.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Just see the figures there. I thought he was talking about he had them actually in the cockpit.
Yeah, that's what I thought. He got them in the cockpit.
But yeah, that gives you some idea. When I gone to a model show at Yeovilton back in the old days, going back about 20 years ago, and they actually held it in a UPS truck. Thank you. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, they actually held it in Yeovilton itself, in the Air Force Base. You know, the Air Force Museum, but it still works. It's still a working airfield, and we were perched underneath. I think it was number 2, Concorde number 2, or it could have been number 1. But awesome aircraft.
Number one was a French one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was. I think we had number 2.
We had, I think the Brits had number 2, yeah.
If they're one in 72, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Mine's obviously the one on the right. I don't fancy yours much, James.
Well, he's got his hand on his hip.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Seems like an ass boy.
Pilot and stewardess on the base. I also have pilots inside. Oh, so he has got them inside.
Nice. Yeah. Good job of that. I mean, the Concorde looks bloody lovely.
He looks nice, actually.
He does. I've got to give 10 out of 10 there, Mitchell.
Definitely, Mitchell.
If that's painting the pilot's fucking wristwatch, right? You're taking the piss there, son.
Hey, it could be a Cartier, mate, couldn't it? It could be one of those.
No, it's a Rolex.
The figs are 1 inch tall. There you go.
From experience, that kit was an absolute nightmare.
Yeah, I got that vibe from the video because all you did was moan about it.
Yeah, it was an absolute. I don't like the C word, but it weren't good.
No.
But because I had to, because it was a commission build, so I had to see it through. Bless her.
Yeah.
It was for a dad.
Is it? I mean, are Airfix the only?
That's what I'm going on Monday. Look at that.
No.
Is the Airfix kit the only kit?
You mind that? Look at that bad boy. I'll be on Monday. Woohoo!
Yeah. Yeah, we built the small ones we build, mate.
You what?
I said they're
week on Monday,
we
mate.
build.
Week on Monday. That's me when it's 3 o'clock in the morning on night shift.
I'm absolutely dreading you going on holiday because all we're gonna be getting is bloody video vlogs of Captain fucking Birdseye on a fucking boat.
Captain Pugwash. Oh Christ! Fowler will be Seaman Staines.
Oh, yeah.
Seaman Staines, yeah, and Roger the cabin boy.
Seaman Staines.
That's George.
Yeah.
No, George is Roger the cabin boy.
Yeah, he will.
I'm talking about TikTok. I've been following this silly bastard.
I do not know. Oh, that's those stupid bloody Yeti things, isn't it? Yeah, there you go.
I know. Do you know what the funny is out there? They are funny as anything.
Mitchell's come back.
Boys.
Sorry, Mitchell's come back and said done with reading glasses plus magnifier.
Yeah, can imagine so.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, can't believe that. Why were I clicking onto club page then? What am I doing?
I don't know, Mark. What are you doing, mate?
I did watch a few of those.
What was the temperature reading there at 35 degrees?
Oh, I know what I was doing. It's all right. I was looking. It's all right. Go on, talk between your ends. I've got
go up a little bit, Mark. Go up a little bit. What was the 35 degrees reading? Where was that to?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Andy's.
Wakefield.
Andy Arter.
Yeah, Andy Arter.
Yeah, 35 degrees. Yeah.
Yeah, mate.
God, Jesus.
What the chuffing all of a press now? Jesus Christ.
2 Guinness and a cider, and look at you, look.
Yeah, I know. I know. I've had a can of pop and all.
Oh,
I was actually looking for, I tell you, I was looking for my photos because I didn't know whether I'd put any photo in my photos. You don't need to see me scrolling through your Concord.
Yeah, your Concord
albums.
Yeah.
Is the Airfix kit the only Concord kit available?
Yeah, in 72nd it is, mate, I think. Yeah. Let's cut down a minute. eBay. Is that eBay? eBay on.
I didn't
I've got eBay on. Nope.
Right. So I'm going to look now. I'm going to look for Sesco answer. Sesco. Let's get on to Sessi. And then if I search there, and I type in Concord, enter. Let's see. Yes, I did put some pictures on. Not many.
No, it's on that. Where are we? eBay.
No. Whoa! Has somebody said that? Oh, have a minute here. Hey, look, what's this?
What, pants? Oh, Revel. Oh, my. The Bridgie, yeah. Revel. I was just about to type that in then.
No, do Revel do a 172nd Concord as well? Never seen that before.
Yeah, looks like it. Well, I've typed into search bar Concord.
Hella, do it.
I think I don't know. I think I've got a feeling that the Revel one is either a Reeboks with the Hella kit or the other way around.
Kit. Yeah, I would have thought it's a Hella kit.
Yeah, I think it's a Reeboks, I would imagine, because Revel tend to do that, especially with Hella. Both being obviously German, but wonder what the Revel kit's like. It's any better than the Airfix one?
Airfix one, I don't know.
I would have thought so, but
that was my primer. What's Mitchell put? I got mine started from eBay. Somebody already modified it because, as Mark said, the fuselage was different diameters. The fuselage there was obviously it's a cylinder shape, but the back end was ever so slightly thinner. So when you came to join them on another butt join, it literally fucking slid inside it. Well, that's no good. It was a bit of a nightmare. The paint that I used was that one that was a 2-pack. 1 part paint, 1 part hardener.
We got John Stones. Come on, evening one and all. Have a good one. And model on.
John.
Good evening, John.
You're all right, cock. I haven't seen you for ages, mate. Hope you're all right. I'm just wondering whether I. Oh yeah, that one video.
Yeah, there you are.
That was my thumbnail for the video.
Yeah, I can remember that. Yeah, because it was a bitch of a kit, wasn't it?
Now,
so how long ago was that?
That was. I don't know. I'll click on it.
It says the date on the post.
No, it didn't.
It did. It said the date under your name.
It says August the 1st, 2022. 3 years ago. 3 years ago, mate.
There, yeah. August 1st, 2022, 23, 24. Well, it's 2.5 years ago, isn't it?
Well, it's almost 3.
It's almost 3. It's nearly
almost August now.
Nearly August, isn't it?
Yeah, it's nearly 3 years ago.
Mitchell said he took up the challenge and made the nose droop. Yeah,
I've seen that, mate. So for the people who don't know, If you drop, I am going to plug myself now for a minute. If you drop onto my YouTube channel and dig out that 172 Concorde, you will see the entire why I had to see it through story. And you will see me, as the lads have just quite rightly said, I challenged anybody to make that nose droop work. And Mitchell's just said, I took your challenge and made the nose droop. Do you know what, sir? Bing, bing, salute you, because I could not do it. I could not do it for love nor money. Anyway, so John, yeah, good evening, John. Hope you're all good, Mark. Hope you and all the team are well and in good health. We're all right, mate. We're all right, Cocker.
Yeah, we're good, mate.
Plodding along.
And plodding being the appropriate word in this heat.
Plodding being the appropriate word. Do you know what? I've just got rid of wrong chuffing thing, Anta, because, or have I? Can I just change my screen? Yes. Yes. Oh, my Christ above.
Christ almighty. What an horrible sight.
That's better. That's better. Right. So as we were saying earlier on, where's mine gone? So, if you want to have a look through the quick stuff, where's my bloody comment?
Oh, it's up the top, mate. It's up.
There, got it.
Yeah.
Right. So even though we sit and chat rubbish for hours on end, this is what we normally do through the week. The only difference with this is up top of my screen now, I've got a button that says go live, and that's what I've pressed. If you want to have a look at mine, James's or Aidy's stuff, my TikTok is at Mark A GR4. That's obviously in reference to my favourite aircraft, the Tornado. James's is at Reaper Models.
Yeah, he is.
And Adrian's is at Adrian Price 859. So go and TikTok away and have a look at that. Let's have a little look here. Mitchell, yeah, John, all good. Just busy building the DAS work 116. Am I reading that right, James?
Yeah, the 116 Leopard 2. It's a new build. Plenty of work left to do. Yeah, good luck with that, John. Full interior again.
Yeah.
Andy's, I think that's, is it the, yeah, it's from Andy's hobby headquarters. He announced it, didn't he?
Is that that's not the new half track, is it?
No, that's the Leopard.
Oh, right.
116th Leopard. The half track.
I watched the video on the new half track here.
The half track's out, isn't it? But it's not in the country yet.
No, I know, but that properly rings my bells. That does that kit.
Yeah, mate. Yeah, so it's a complete patch on the Trumpeter M16 kit. Oh,
and it wasn't that. It was because I saw it on Jadlam for about 129 pre-order, so it's not that expensive. Yeah,
I think eBay's it's 145 at the moment. But
I thought to myself, that's if I was going to build, because I haven't never done 116th armor, and I thought, well, if that really does float my boat, that.
Take it up, mate. It's lovely. Yeah,
that really does float my boat. That half track, and I think you can do about 3 or 4 different versions of it in the same.
Yeah,
kit.
I think you've got the M3, and I think it's the M3A1 they got, which is slightly different back end, but nothing. There's not a lot.
That really did.
In actual fact, I think the only difference between the two, Aid, is they've got the turret ring with the M50 on it.
Yeah.
That's the difference between the two.
Right.
So
the other one not got an M50 on it. It's not a 50 cal on there.
Yeah, the 50 cal.
James, we've covered what I'm doing, the Subaru and then the B17. Yeah. We've covered what the Super Swede's on with. What's Reaper Models on with or going to be?
Well, I've got the Puma to finish off ready for the competition evening in about a month. But yeah, I've got 262 on the go at the moment.
Right,
which
okay.
I'm really touched, if I'm honest.
Too warm.
Too
Yeah,
hot.
mate, it is. It's just, like I said to you, I'm building in home as well. But yeah, there's a Rebel kit. Nice little kit. A few little issues with it, but yeah, it's going together all right. I'm quite enjoying it.
Yep, nice.
Really am enjoying it. You know, it's nice to come away from armor build, you know, where you just don't care, it goes together. You don't worry about too much about the seam lines because you can get away with it, you know. But yeah, this is you need to fine tune your modeling skills with these aircraft. Yeah, it goes together lovely. Get on, Paul. Feather dusters. He's a prat, he is.
I've sent you a link, Paul, if you want to drop on. Go onto our chat, onto our group chat, and the links there.
Well, I think you'll find with a lot of German aircraft, when you're talking about seam lines, James, a lot of German aircraft have like the seam lines, like on this, where the seam lines are, they're actual panel lines on the proper aircraft.
Yeah.
A lot of the German aircraft were like that, and that's a godsend, I tell you.
This one is the same. I think this one's got a centre seam down through the centre as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I think a lot of German aircraft have, because I looked on the reference pictures. I thought, well, I'm going to have to fill them and then, you know, re-rivet it and that, but you don't, because it's an actual panel line.
Yeah, it's an actual panel line. But yeah, this one's yeah, it's not a bad little kit for the money you pay for it. I mean, it's what, under 50 quid? You know.
For you armour builders, John says, open
the deuce and a half.
Quarters brings out the deuce.
No, right. No, I'm going to plug somebody now because I know somebody that actually has produced the deuce and a half, and he's done a fucking good job of it as well.
Yeah.
3D Gizmo, Dave, my brother-in-law, Dave Harris. Absolutely beautiful deuce and a half. Really, really good. You're
plugging your brother-in-law?
I'm plugging my brother-in-law, yeah.
Are you back on a percentage?
No, mate. No. Yeah, totally agree, Mitchell. 262 is an amazing aircraft. I mean, it's the first jet fighter, isn't it? So.
But they were a bit late, the Germans, with that, weren't they?
Yeah, they did, mate. But then, I mean, they say they were there with the space race, weren't they? They were the first ones there.
You watch a lot of the documentaries on YouTube about the crazy and wacky aircraft that they tried to design and all that sort of stuff. And Christ, did they waste a lot of time. If they'd have concentrated on proper jets when they started, we'd have lost the war.
Yeah, well, it's the Comet, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the Comet that was the first one out of 163.
But they did develop some crazy, wacky stuff, I'll tell you.
Oh, yeah, but they had the Arado as well, wasn't it? The Arado. Oh, that's Dave. Yeah. Is that Dave 3D Gizmo? Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just going to talk the viewers through, obviously, what the crack is there, because, so you can see I've been onto Google and typed in 3D Gizmo, which is, that brings up, if it'll go back, that brings up this kind of thing here. That I'm going to share with you now. If I can make that a little bit bigger. So 3D Gizmo, this is Dave, and he makes 3D. James, you're the best one to say what he does.
Yeah, 3D resin print. He prints all his own stuff. He's I believe he's got licenses for everything he prints as well. So none of this is sort of like off the cuff or illegal to do. Yeah, there's the Daimler. That is a really nice kit that he's done. Yeah, the cycle. There's the deuce and a half. That's the 116 GMC. That's the deuce and a half. And that,
is that it?
Yeah, that's it there. Honestly, Mark, absolutely beautiful, mate. Really
John,
is a nice print.
That's £225.
Yeah.
Paying 3 interest-free payments of £75 on PayPal.
Yeah.
Worth
And
it,
that's
James.
the only one you can grab hold of, mate. That's the only one you can grab hold of at the moment.
Yeah. Cool beans. I've seen these.
LRDG.
James, do they come in kit? Are they kit form?
Yeah, they're kit form, mate. Yeah.
All right.
They are kit form. Figures are probably one. This, yeah, it's just a solid print.
Yeah, the figure. Yeah.
Hang on a minute. Hang on. Yeah, this is the type of thing that he does. This is although he doesn't sell this one. This one was done for me, but yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, the detail on that is absolutely brilliant, mate. You know,
who does he do his own design? Does he do his own design work and stuff? Or
yeah, he asks people to design it, he buys it, and yeah, it's sorted that way. Yeah, he asks people. Yeah, somebody got the radio on for.
You got an echo on?
What the fuck's going on here? I've got about 15 different voices coming through.
Paul's got the sound on this TV.
Yeah, I've just bumped him off for a minute.
Look at it. What was that? Did he have the TV on or
something like
that?
Yeah,
mate, he's just getting feedback. He's got the volume up on the TV that he listens to it on his phone, doesn't he?
Yeah,
but
you can't have your volume on a live stream.
No, you can't.
You can't.
Those SAS figures look nice.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm just trying to scroll through. So, but I've got to, James, just keep one eye on, see if Paul comes back.
Yeah.
Because I've got 2 screens on at minute on one screen.
That's all right. Yeah, Pete, the Matador is, mate. It's a lovely kit. He does do things like that. It's just something out of the ordinary, you know. So normally, what he used to do is come to me and say, "I'm thinking about doing this," and I'm going, "Nah, you don't want to do that, mate, because I've never heard of it." But yeah, he does really well. His figures are lovely.
116. How many inches is that? Is that a couple of inches tall?
Hang on. I'll tell you how tall it is. It is
about 4 inches. About 4 inches, I'd have thought.
It is. Hang on. 120 millimeter.
About 4 inches, I'd have thought.
It is.
Turn your telly down, Paul.
Turn your telly down, Paul.
20 millimeter.
About 4 inches, I'd have thought.
It is. Turn the volume off.
Turn your telly down, 20 millimeter. About 4 inches, I'd have thought.
It is. Turn the volume off.
Turn your telly down, 20 millimeter. About 4 inches, I'd have thought.
It is. Turn the volume off.
Turn your telly down, 20 millimeter. About 4 inches, I'd have thought.
More, turn it down more for me. To mute. Yeah, it's gone now. Spot on.
Hello.
That's better.
Hey! Yeah, you were looping in fucking feedback then, mate.
I don't know why. I don't know why, because I haven't changed anything.
No, listen, we've been talking about it non-stop.
Yes,
the amount of changes, Paul, that StreamYard have made to their interface is just unbelievable.
Right, okay.
The stuff that we got for free last time, now we've got to pay for, and all sorts of shit. So, not great. But anyway, that's 3D Gizmo. Obviously, you can have a look at him at your leisure. Let's go back to our Paulio. Paulio up, mate.
All right.
You're obviously late to the party. You've been out on your bike, love.
Yeah, I've got a massive picture delay, that's for sure.
Picture delay, we're not bothered about that, as long as it's the sound. Have you been on your bike all day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really fucking annoying.
That's really annoying.
I'm watching, I can see the screen and I'm fucking chin wagging away and it's like, and then I'm doing that about 10 minutes later.
Yeah, you're watching it on YouTube.
Are you watching it on YouTube, Paul?
You're watching it on YouTube.
I've done nothing different. I've done what I always do. Just copy the link and put it into Google.
Now I had an email about a month ago saying, in fact, it weren't even a month ago. It might have been 2 weeks since, saying that StreamYard have now joined forces with Google and another platform, because whereas we always used to say it's best if you join through Chrome, whereas now you can just join through your normal Google, I think. Did you copy and paste yours into Google, Paul?
Yeah, and it didn't ask me any other questions. Continue with Facebook and didn't do anything different. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. It has been playing up, mate.
Yeah.
You sent 2 links, you know.
Yeah, I know. I didn't. It's because I haven't been on it for that long. I've not turned my computer on for 2 months. So when I turned it on tonight, it was like, obviously the Wi-Fi signal, it's wired, it's a hard connection. But honestly, it was literally like somebody was sat inside it going, "Who's this? What do you want?" Do you know what I mean? So and then obviously me and James are running shit, and it's like, "Oh, no buttons here. What's this one for? What's that one for?" So it has been quite.
Cutting myself off.
It's been quite funny. Warm weather, Paul. How are you coping?
I'm all right. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah, you won't going to do you, mate.
Been all right. Have you had your leathers on for bike?
I've got my jeans. I have my jeans on, my padded jeans, and my coat.
That big coat that you've got, you had that on today?
Yeah. It's ventilated, so when you get, it's all right. When you get moving, it's great. But if you're stuck in traffic a little bit,
yeah.
Well, it's all right. It's never heat and cold never bothered me. Never has.
All right, cool.
Get on with it, innit?
So we've all been saying, what have you even done any modelling?
I've prepped. I'm ready to start. I've finished with little Panzer Schlepper thing.
Right. So we've not done no for like 5-6 weeks.
No.
I've finished with Panzer Schlepper.
Well, are you going to get it down so we can have a look?
Oh yeah, the little Panzer II.
Weird that.
It's weird. Like
I've got it in my hand, and I know you just put it on the table there on the picture.
Like a newborn baby. Look at that.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Little Panzer II.
No, you'll be dropping
Panzer
it.
1, I should say, not Panzer 2.
Cool.
Nice.
And what have you been prepping for then, mate? What's coming up? What are you gonna what delight are you gonna entertain us with?
Are you getting all this in like real time?
Yeah, we're getting in real time, mate. Yeah, you just carry on. You're all right.
Don't keep going. Keep going.
That's weird. It's zoning me out, man.
It's horrible, isn't it?
Oh,
Right.
I'm doing a double build.
Right. Drop it down a bit. Look at that. Right. Why are you doing two?
Well, it's going to be that one. That one is going to be towing that one.
Yeah, right. That's a support vehicle, isn't it?
Right.
That's a recovery vehicle, and then obviously the Leopard. But
nice.
the Leopard will be getting done in that scheme.
Yeah.
Nice.
Get your book out. When you say you're prepping it, have you not actually started it then yet, Cocker?
No, I've got two tubs labelled up.
I love it. Yeah,
that's about as far as I've got.
Yeah, you can't beat that. That's proper prep.
But I'm doing the Leopard in that colour.
Nice.
Yes.
Very nice.
And then the Berger Panzer. Both based in Afghanistan, apparently, like so.
Comment on screen for you there, Paul.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
It's modern, it's sort of Cold War. They're still using it now, to be honest. They're the more updated one.
Really?
Mitchell Samuels, yeah, they still use it, yeah, pretty much so.
Who's using it, Paul? Who's using it?
Well, just by the fucking great cross on the side, mate, I would say it was Germany.
Oh,
yeah, it's really Bundeswehr, and yeah.
You can have
as I say,
nice.
All right, cool.
It has to be planned. I've just remembered I've got a little truck as well. I wish I could be asked doing dioramas and like backdate or everything and do dioramas as well. Everybody knows you really do need to do arming on dioramas. But
yeah. You can do aircraft dioramas, but they take.
Well, yeah, I know that, Dave, but I've got like
so big.
I'm not backdating another like 50 kits with dioramas.
No. I mean, I do dioramas, but I always plan to do. It's just having the thing is with dioramas is having the space to display the fucking thing.
Yeah, that's not got the space. Like, plenty of space, but I should have planned doing dioramas from the day I got back into it. You know what I mean? I just didn't.
Yeah.
I've got that many kits built now. It's like, nah, I'm not going back now.
Yeah, because what I tend to do is build 3 or 4 kits. I've built sort of like those 2 tanks that I've built now. I'm going to do dioramas for both of them, but I'll probably do that sort of like 6 months down the line when I'm sick of building plastic kits. I'll go over to my diorama side of things and then put them on dioramas.
Yeah.
It's a nice sort of like mojo thing. If you get everybody gets a little bit, loses their mojo, don't you, with kits and what have you every now and then. And it's a nice way to.
I'm coming back to this weather, mate. It's been absolutely.
Yeah.
Just can't be asked at all. And obviously, because I'm either up early or getting in house late or working through night, I'm always tired now. I'm always knackered.
Yeah, but I mean, it just drains your energy, doesn't it? This weather, it just drains your energy.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been watching Goodwood Festival of Speed yesterday and today, and I'll tell you what, they reckoned it was just over 30 at the Festival of Speed today, and people were suffering.
Yeah.
They were really suffering in the heat, I'll tell you.
30's nice if you sat outside at pool with a beer.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but come winter time, you should all be fucking one. Too cold, too wet. Shut up, you bunch of fannies. Get on with it.
You're right,
Oh,
mate.
not all
but when
of us
the
are
plastic
rich
starts
enough to have
melting without
motorbikes.
any glue, mate.
Yeah, when you can glue bits together without any glue, you know it's too hot.
Yeah, it's a little bit hot.
And not all of us are rich enough. Not all of us are rich enough to have motorbikes, so we can go out and get some fresh air.
That's true.
Do you guys use model train grass and dirt and trees for dioramas?
Not trees, not trees.
But that would be 00 scale, isn't it?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, 00 scale's all right for 1/76th, I think, but yeah, not for anything else. Static
no, not for
grass,
anything
normally.
else. And the trees are quite shite, if I'm quite honest.
Yeah.
So I tend to do my own trees. It's not that hard to do your own trees and grass. I mean, I've got a grass applicator and I buy static grass and all that sort of stuff. But I use anything from the garden. I make trees out of bits of wood, other sticks and what have you from the garden. You don't need to buy much for dioramas. You just need to sort of like use your imagination. Stones and wood and dirt and all that sort of stuff from your garden.
Do you not find that they're really hard to scale though?
No, not really.
Yeah, what I'm saying is I've looked. I put my me Hitachi digger in a like a real life pose down at the local sort of like quarry.
Yeah.
And as much as you want to try and convince yourself that it looks in scale, it might just be me. I couldn't do it.
I've never had a problem with that. There's scale converters out online that you can use anyway. So if you want
scale converter,
like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't build dioramas, so but
That's
yeah,
right.
static grass is normally pretty good for 1/35th.
Right.
Oh dear, I'm knackered.
I mean, you get all different
we're
sizes
doing
of
too
grass.
bad here.
You can get anything from dust, what they call dust grass, up to.
I was going to say the AK weathering
12
products are pretty
millimeters.
good as well, aren't they?
Hey.
Yeah, you're breaking up, eh?
Breaking up a bit, Cop.
You're breaking up, mate. Oh. Have a fiddle with your aerial.
Yeah, you're breaking. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Not to worry. Are you back out on bike tomorrow, Paul?
Yeah, there's a good chance of it, yeah. Yeah, possibly up to Wales tomorrow.
All right. No fishing lately?
No, mate, no. No, I'd rather than spend the money on bait. I've spent 30 quid a day, like a tenner to fish, tenner for bait, and tenner for fucking pack lunch or whatever.
Yeah, man.
I'd rather put it in the bike.
Yeah. What's Mitchell saying there?
Yeah, I'm stuck to me garden dirt. Look at a scale to any model. Yeah. Hey, not in the 50s, mate. Not in the 50s with all them sci-fi films that were going on back then.
That's right.
They would have been a right scale.
Invasion of the Ants.
No, Them. It was that one. Them, wasn't it? That was a good film with the ants, giant ants.
Yeah.
Oh,
hang on a sec. Hang on.
I'm chuffing knackered.
I'm tired and I'm hungry.
I'm hungry actually now. I only had a chicken burger about 5 o'clock.
And you've had
you've had
12 beers since then.
As what, Paul?
Good to see you still off the fags.
Still off the
fags. I don't mean homosexual.
Still off the fags, mate.
Top bombing.
Yeah, 2.5 months now, mate.
Excellent
Brilliant.
work.
Keep it up, mate.
I've beat it, but I will say, slightly off topic, obviously, I will say it's still hard. It's still, you know, I was sat in house. My missus has been shopping today, and I've been sat in house waiting for her to come back, and just sat watching telly. And at any point during that sort of 3-4 hours that she were out, I could have quite easily come up here and sparked a cig up.
Yeah,
She's
mate.
obviously Sally's still smoking, Mark.
No.
That's good. That'll help the parents, then, isn't it? The parents doing it together.
Yeah, she's chugging on this little vape machine thing, which is fair play. You know, whatever. I'm not that fussed. The hardest thing I've said all along for me is the diet, because at the end of the day, I'm a foodie.
Yeah, mate. When you stop smoking, the more food you eat as well.
It's been the hardest thing, James.
And you're trying to lose weight as well, so it's going to be a monumental struggle for you.
It's and half of that is well, the full psychology of that, the monument, that sentence, James, that's a monumental struggle for you. I know you don't aim that at me personally.
No.
What you're saying?
No.
What you're saying is, Mark, you've admitted that you're absolutely. I could be a mukbang star, me, mate. I could just sit here on camera, just going, "This is nice. This is nice. This is nice," right? Yeah. Just shoveling it in. Because, and you know what? I was watching a cooking program on TV today, and not only did I think, God, I could murder that, it started to strike me a little bit that one of the problems, one of the mental issues that I've got is acknowledging when I'm fucking full.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's one of the biggest, that's one of my biggest triggers for, like, get a grip. Because I could just eat and eat and eat and eat, and somebody normal, like say you for example, James, normal, just looking at if we ever went out for dinner.
Mate, I'm exactly the same, Mark.
Well,
I'm
normal
exactly the same. I'll have my tea and then I'm like, oh, I could murder that. Oh,
yeah. Normal Joe Blogs coming out to dinner with me, look, and after half an hour, and that person's going, where the fucking hell are you pouring all that food? Because it just doesn't stop going in.
Yeah, but I would be like, do you want to come for a kebab as well?
So
honestly, mate, I'm terrible. I am.
So when I kicked off 2.5 months,
it's all up here.
When I kicked off 2.5 months since for the first 6 weeks, I was absolutely fucking nailing it. I dropped 2 trouser sizes in first 6 weeks, but then I got a bit above my station. I dropped off the wagon for food, and I started to eat. I started to have going from like no sugar now in my tea to half a sugar. Yeah. So, and I know I'm doing it. And then I got up to 1 sugar, thinking I do like a nice sweet tea. Now I'm back down to none because I've had to say to myself, "What are you fucking doing, you knobhead?
Yeah.
What are you doing? There's only one person in control, Mark, and that's you."
Yeah. And that's it. That's like I say. It's all in here. It's all in this.
All in there.
All in there.
If I could.
This is where model making comes in, mate, because you're concentrating on your modelling.
If I could take a drug just before my tea, pop that, and actually, when you fall, when your body's actually full, it'll say, "That's it, you're done." No, not when you fall. When you've consumed enough to give you the energy to keep going for the next 8 hours.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
The thing is, what I mean, I've lost some weight and I've still got plenty to lose. But what I've taught myself to do now is that I'll have my breakfast in the morning, and then if I still feel hungry, you know, when you get to about 11 o'clock, you think, right, fucking 11's is, you know, that sort of thing. Cup of tea and a couple of biscuits, that, you know, that sort of fucking shit.
Donut.
I'll make sure that I'm in the model room. Because if I'm in the model, if I'm in at my bench doing stuff, I'm not thinking about food. I'm not fucking hungry.
Yeah.
And I don't feel hungry at all when I've done it. And then I'll go and I've told you this before, but when I was in hospital, I ate decent breakfast, decent lunch or dinner, decent tea, and then even a sandwich for supper. At the times that they slotted that you got the food, because you don't get any choice in hospital, and I was still losing weight. It was just portion control.
Portion control.
So the reason I kept my weight going downwards is I eat at the same times I did in hospital and the same amounts. Instead of having fucking 8 or 9 potatoes on my fucking plate, I have 3. Instead of having fucking, you know what I mean? Instead of having fucking 4 hot dogs, I'll have 2. You know what I mean? It's just
Instead of having 1 donut, I'll have 6.
No, but that's another thing with me. I'm lucky enough that I haven't got a sweet tooth. Every now and then I'll have, every now and then I'll sort of like think, oh, I could fucking murder an ice cream or I can murder a bag of wine gums. But it's every 6 months with me. I very rarely eat sweet stuff. Don't have sugar in my tea.
Or of an evening we're sat here chatting on Messenger and Paul opens up the fucking Maltesers.
Yeah, he's a bit of a bastard for that, and he getting stuff from that little drawer under his bed.
Yeah, there you go. Look, he's looking.
There he's looking.
There you go.
That's what I will say. Since I've been chatting to you lads for the last few, the last 6 months or whatever it is, every time I go to fucking 9 times out of 10 when I go to bed, I'm fucking hungry.
Yeah, there you are. Look.
Yeah, there he is, the old Malteser king.
Yeah, the Malteser thief.
Yeah, fucking Milky Bar kid, eat your heart out.
Yeah, cool. All right. How long have we been going at? Fucking hell.
Yeah, that's flown by, mate. That's
3 hours.
Well, I thought we were only going to do a 2-hour stint.
I know. Well, it was going to be an hour. I must admit, while ever I've been sat here, at least I've not been thinking about food until last sort of 10 minutes. The heat has absolutely killed me. I don't know if you can tell with my beard, but I'm a natural ginger. So as soon as I sort of put my arm outside, I turn into flame fucking on.
Yeah, but you've got to watch yourself under them 20-watt bulbs, mate, that you got in the... Don't you dare. No.
Think yourself lucky. As soon as it goes above 20 degrees here, my fucking heart packs up.
Yeah. It's good old night lights for Mark.
Yeah. So there you go. Let's knock it off. 3 hours. Fuck me. I want something to eat and I want to drink.
That's a good shout on the food.
What are you having, Paul? What are you going to go in and have?
She's got these. We've had them a couple of times now since the last fucking spoke. These like Blue Dragon Chinese style meal things. And honest to God, they're probably really nice and tasty. So
yeah,
right.
I'm one of them.
Cough, because I'm having a bowl of bastard Weetabix.
Well, I'll probably have a bowl of bastard Weetabix when I go to bed.
Yeah, how many though, Mark? How many? Yeah, I'll normally do 4.
4, mate.
4 Weetabix. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
If it's not Weetabix, it'll be crumpets with marmalade on.
No.
We were out on the piss, I always used to do like 6 to 8.
Yeah, it's just with milk.
Fill you up.
Yeah. And do you have sugar on them?
No.
No, don't have sugar on them, mate. No. Skim milk as well.
I might as well run into the middle of a fucking wheat field.
Whoa. We're not. Whoa. We're not having sugar on Weetabix.
No.
Taking fucking rabbit droppings for fuck's sake.
It is.
Mate, but let's face it, Paul. If you have Weetabix dry, you normally have it with jam on or butter.
Or butter.
No.
Yeah.
I'm a tell you.
Try it.
Do you know these silly bastards eat fucking digestive biscuits with Lurpak on?
Yeah.
Fuck, no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's disgusting.
Yeah, I'll butter them up. Yeah. Butter up a digestive. Cool.
Fucking hell, spells no.
No.
Hey, we were fucking poor when we were kids. Sometimes
Yeah.
that's our fucking tea.
Yeah, we never had nothing when I was a youngster.
2 digestives with some marge on.
Yeah, sandwich. Couldn't afford bread.
When we were kids, we were lucky if we got fucking butter on a jam butty. Sometimes it was just a fucking jam. There was no butter on it. It was just fucking jam.
Sometimes doing old bread. Oh dear. Okay. Right, listen, it's been a while since we've had a catch up. This weather is not abating. I'm on Early's next week, then I'm on the boat for 7 nights. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to cope in a single bed on a boat, bobbing up and down.
What?
You have to get
On the Norfolk Broad, bobbing up and down.
Bobbing up and down.
No, mate. No, you'll be all right.
Captain
Yeah,
You know,
Pugwash.
there's no fucking tide.
Hey,
I'll
it'll
be
be.
fine.
Oh, there's the next pub.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. It'll
We'll
be like
moor up here for the night.
the engine will go for about fucking 30 seconds. Oh yeah, there's another pub.
There's another pub. Yeah.
Right.
Oh, there's
Right,
another
listen.
cafe there.
What you got to
Listen.
think of is when you as soon as you set foot on the boat, you're going to hear this music.
Yeah. And if he doesn't, we'll be playing it.
Captain Pugwash, man.
Oh, I thought it were fucking Gangnam Style.
No. Captain Pugwash, mate.
Before my day, you old bastard.
Oh,
Right,
get
Fuck
out
off
of
before
it.
your time.
Shut up. I'm going to knock the stream off. But stay where you are. AD, it's been a pleasure.
Cheers, boys. All the best.
Catch you in a bit. Stay there. Stay there. Who's next? Polio, thanks for dropping in. Stay there. Fuck's sake. Cheers, bud. Jimmy, as usual.
Yeah, nice stream again tonight, mate. Nice long one. Gone really,
Yeah,
really
mate.
quick as well.
Yeah, it's
I think we got lost in the conversation. Good comments as well. The usuals.
Yeah,
Very much
absolutely.
so. Yeah.
Yeah, some great comments on tonight from
Yeah.
lads. Yeah, Pete, Mitchell, John coming on there at the end.
Yeah, John coming on at the end.
Yeah, thanks,
Yeah,
lads.
good
Thanks a
night,
lot.
gentlemen. Good night, Mitch.
Yeah, thanks, lads. Thanks.
Thank you
has
very
been
much.
cool. Cheers, mate. Right, you'll bugger off out. Stay there. I'll be back in a minute. Coming back to me. What we're on July, so July 2025, right at the beginning of this stream, I said, Jesus Christ, installing summer, and it really has it as you've just heard it from the lads there. They're not building so much, and Pete Courtier down south. This is their club's dropped off as well. And at the end of the day, while the sun shines, we're all outside. Well, I'm not, but you know what I mean. But we're not doing this. We're not doing this. I say roll on autumn. Mitch, thanks a lot, mate. Good night, gentlemen. I will be back. We will all be back. My daughter's home from uni, so my shed, me build space looks like a bomb's gone off because there's literally uni stuff everywhere, clothes and bedding and all sorts of stuff. So it's not my own space either, but I will get it back. I'm going to drop on now and continue chatting with lads for another 5-10 minutes before I go and get something to eat. But for now, thank you very much to everybody that's watched, for all your comments, and hopefully it won't be as long next time. I was going to tell you then when my next stream is going to be. Just watch out for that thing, and I'll pop one up. All right. If you want to, there will be a Just Giving page up for the Stroke Foundation. And I will start banging a link out for that. And again, if you want to buy some raffle tickets, you pay straight into Just Giving for that. And if you want to be bidding on that harder airbrush, which is down here, I've actually got it right here. Okay, that's the one that you're going to be bidding on. I don't know how much it is offhand. Probably start the bidding at X amount of pounds, but on the day, 2nd of August, you'll be able to throw your bids in through a transmission like this. Okay. And every penny is going towards the stroke unit at My Trust Hospitals, Wakefield. That'll do for now. Everybody stay safe, take care, and I will see you next time. As usual, cheers. Thank you. Bye-bye.